Hey y'all, welcome to another episode with the Petty Party Crew. It's the first episode of the 2023 year. Hey everybody.
Hey y'all.
It's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy. Hey baby, please say the baby. I ain't did that in a minute.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jori, aka Aliyah Gabor. I'm gonna have to bring that back for the 2023 season.
Ooh.
Here we are.
Okay, since we doing that, then it's your girl Michelle, aka Egypt if you Nash. What's poppin'?
Wow. I wish I had like all these aliases, but it's okay. It's just Nick checking in, y'all.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good, everybody?
What's good?
How are y'all doing? And Happy New Year's to everybody listening to us and still tuning in. What's good, y'all?
How Paulette serenading the mic?
Right.
She serenading the mic.
The wait is officially over because y'all been asking.
Over. When is the next
here we
episode?
are.
We're
Here.
here at the top of the year.
We're back.
It feels good. And I feel like we weren't even gone that long, but the way the
No.
comments were coming in, like, y'all would have thought we were gone for a year.
Right.
Yeah.
We need vacations too now.
No,
know.
literally.
Facts.
We need rest.
Okay, and this is a sidebar, y'all, because we're drinking not too heavy, but we have like some champagne. But I'm about to make a switch off of everything and go back to Bel Air. I'm going back to my roots because the way this is so good right now, like this tastes
What else
like.
have you been drinking?
I mean,
Like
Moet.
Oh,
But you know,
I'm off of it. I'm not gonna lie. Moet.
I've never
is
enjoyed
good.
Moet.
Bel Air is
It's
good.
it's always
Let me go
been
on the
good.
record
It's
and
always
saying that
been good.
Moet is nasty. I'm sorry. It's an
It's
acquired
always been
taste that y'all
nasty.
forced us to acquire so we could spend the extra dollar.
Okay, no,
off
but
of
the
it.
rosé one is actually good.
Because I feel like the Moet I
as dry.
always have to drink is like the Brut. Ew.
The brute I can do too.
I hate brute anything
Yeah.
though. I'm not gonna lie.
This is brute.
When you
See?
mix with a little champagne,
Look at her,
I
look
mean
at her.
a
Look,
little
look,
orange.
Look.
Where does it say that?
Oh, maybe it's not.
Girl, put that down.
Right.
Oh yeah, Ross ain't cut the check.
Period.
But you can.
But you can though.
Period.
How's everyone's New Year going?
That's good.
So far, so good. So far, so
Same,
good.
same.
I know. I feel like it kind of got up. I'm not gonna lie. It's so far so good, but I'm still giving like February 1st gonna be like my official
New
like
Year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, because it's getting off to a little like, you know, same year, same me type shit. So I'm like, yeah, can you give myself a little bit more time to recoup and like
Yeah.
refocus
Yeah.
and bring myself really into
Facts.
2023.
Yeah. But to say, y'all know this is the first year that February is going to every day is gonna have a day. That's that right?
Oh, like the full. It's gonna be like the
It's
full
a
month.
full month.
Oh wow.
30 days?
So what does that happen?
No,
Isn't that
no,
the
it's still gonna
29?
be 20.
Just
Oh,
30.
isn't it a leap
Days.
year?
28
No.
years.
No, 28 days. But you know how
28,
some
28.
calendar
Oh.
years like
Oh, so it's like 7 on
There's like 5
Saturdays.
there's like 5
Oh,
Saturdays for
okay.
it's
So
gonna be
4
equal number of days for the
Oh,
entire.
wow.
I didn't.
Cool.
I didn't know that's where you were going. With
Yeah.
that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? What y'all think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that leap year?
I think
You
I
said
explained-
every day
I
has a
explained it
day. I'm like, what does that mean?
Sorry.
I thought every day does have a day.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Okay, let me say it like this: every day there's an equal number of days the whole month, and that's only happens every 300 years or some shit.
Oh,
like that.
wow.
Damn.
You know
Let's
what?
not get too hyped.
Lord.
Let's not get
I
too
don't
hyped
like
about these
that.
types of
All I
things.
say
It
is- I
reminds
feel
me of
like-
the broom standing up.
No.
I don't like that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel
Oh my
like they
gosh.
came back with a lot of things that like haven't
Didn't
happened in
exist.
200, 300 years
Mhm.
in 2019, 2020, and the next thing you know, we were in a whole pandemic. So
What's the
can we
year
just
they
have
open-
like a very like,
open up the vortex?
even if it's a
more?
boring year, I'm okay with a boring year this year. I can't.
I'm
lie.
not having a boring
Mhm.
year.
No,
Cannot
boring
accept
year
that.
as far as like
Nothing
events of the
spectacular.
world.
Right.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I feel that.
Oh,
I
like-
don't need nothing
Okay.
crazy. I don't want a war. I don't want a pandemic. I don't
Mhm.
want.
Sorry,
those are
we just.
unpredictable.
I mean, America just hit their debt like
Ceiling?
ceiling. So yeah, it's starting. Sorry.
I'll say for me though, as far
Shit
as
show.
the New Year's been going, I'm proud of me. I'm gonna talk my smack right now.
Go ahead.
I have only eaten out 3 times this entire year,
Yeah.
with today being the 3rd time before I came here because I was running errands. But I told myself like this was gonna be the year where I don't eat out, but only 1 time a week. So I've been in that kitchen cooking. Husband, I'm working on it for you.
Oh,
So-
no, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
a
like
big
that.
deal for you. I love that for you.
That is.
Yeah. Oh, and the main reason why I know, I'm gonna say this one last thing, is when I logged into my bank account on Chase, it has like the snapshot thing,
Yes.
and when it compared last month to this month, I think last month I spent like $550 eating out, which could be
Wow.
when you go out to a restaurant though, y'all know
It gets
drinks
expensive.
it'd be
Right.
high, and I think this month it was like $35. So I'm
That's
like, I'm
good.
doing very well.
Congratulations.
You're very good.
So
Oh,
I
go,
would
Nikki.
say this year, I kind of started out a little rocky. I can't even lie. Like I did things that I probably shouldn't have done, and like kept people around that I probably shouldn't have kept around.
you know, little
That's
and
okay.
now
previous
it's like
year
a like
sneak in.
lingering, you know?
You got a little grace.
You got
period.
till February 1st.
Yeah.
So I really I got like a week to like put it in overdrive and like
True.
really
It's
cut
okay.
them loose ends.
You know, I ain't
cut the
really,
loose-
I
Yeah.
ain't really had no like, just bad habits. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just now getting back that I really just need to put everything into focus. But like, I haven't brought anybody. I haven't had any bad habits. I haven't done anything crazy. I'm just like,
I'm kind of with you, Nikki.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Not gonna lie. Like,
I guess for me,
you better catch me before February 1st.
look, you better figure it out.
I'll say for me, this year has actually been going great. I turned a new year of age. I'm actually happy. Thank you, God. And also, like, I literally feel like I've just been kind of doing everything that like I've been scared to do. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in the gym. I've been cooking like Jori as well. And honestly, it's just been great. I've been very happy. And so I just know 2023 is mine. And so, yeah, look out for me on your next TV screen.
2023 definitely feels good. It's been feeling good lately.
It's just so crazy because we really feel like 2020 was gonna be that girl. It even sounds perfect, like 2020 vision. Like it's just.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This year is actually going pretty well. Like I can't even lie. Like I have nothing negative to say right now.
But I feel like maybe I do need to like. I used to really like even years, and maybe I need to convert over to like the odd years. Maybe those are really like my
the
years.
difference?
Oh yeah, because I like 20. Wait, I like 20. Actually, I don't remember.
I really like
notice the
2022 kind of a little bit.
Oh, no.
I think
my 2021 was great.
Yeah,
I'm saying. I don't remember.
But I feel like it was just so
It was
fresh
a
after
good year.
2020
Yeah.
and just letting go of the anxiety of coming off a pandemic, like
That's
and
also
being
very
in a
true.
pandemic. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna hop into the Petty Chronicle, and it's the beginning of the year, so we don't want to start it off too petty. It's the first episode back, so we don't have any petty stories to give y'all just quite yet. So we're gonna do a little different. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. So I want to ask y'all: do y'all have any petty peeves, like any pet peeves, like anything that like this gives me the ick? It really shouldn't, and it's really petty, but y'all, this is your chance to lay it out there. No judgment. It's a judge-free zone.
I have one.
It's a safe place.
My ick is when I am getting to know somebody and like we exchange numbers and like they text me and they don't have no conversation. That's an ick of me because it's like I don't really know you and I don't feel the need to kind of force a conversation, and I'd rather you pick up the phone and call me. Like I actually am a phone person, but I can also be a text person as long as you come with conversation. And just texting to say like, hey, how are you? And I respond and I'm good. What? I'm not. You won't get a reply. That's an ick for me. I'm sorry. That's the quickest way to get X'd off the list.
I'm gonna say my ick for me is not taking me serious from the beginning. I feel like a lot of people have a bad habit of like being real like relaxed in the beginning, and they're not really putting in as much effort as they should. And then whenever you fall back, they realize like, damn, I actually kind of missed out on a good one. Now they're trying to apply this pressure. But for me, I'm like, there's no second chances for me this year. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, if you ain't coming with that pressure from the beginning,
because one thing about me, I'm not putting in no
then
work.
that
Not in the first day, couple weeks. I'm like putting in work as far as chasing you.
I'm
not
about
chasing
putting in
you.
work. It's just like effort, like small things. Like like at first we're going out on dates. Now you like come over, let's chill. You're tripping. Like you're really tripping. So for me, if you can't keep that pressure going, then until you realize I'm gone, then unfortunately you just didn't need me.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna steal that from you and make that an ick as well to me. And it sounds really petty because I know we say like, oh my gosh, it's not all about the money and do what's in your price bracket or do what makes you comfortable. If you invite me over to your house, like you just go ahead and just eliminate yourself. Don't even text me again. Do not even text me again. Like I don't even want to see the inside of your house until we've been to like at least 3 outings. Like I have no business being there. Now, mind you, it can happen casually. Like say we're going on a hike and you want to stop and get like
some water.
You get some water and you're like, oh, come in real quick. Okay, naturally. But if you're telling me like, hey, stop by. What am I stopping? We have not even went on a proper date and you asked me to stop by. Are you? Is your head all right? Like, what's going on? Like,
after everybody gives their ick, I have a question in regards to that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm had to come in third on that one. I don't really my ick is a man that always like wants to invite you over. It just gives rape to me. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
I don't care.
It gives predator vibes.
It does. And
It
like
does.
it's not a good feeling and it's nasty.
And then you know
so
what
please
else?
stop. Please
I know-
stop.
What is
I know-
worse
I know
is
what you're
whenever
saying.
you have like a setup, like, oh, I got the hookah.
Oh my
I got
God.
the Casamigos.
Let's take
Oh,
shots.
no,
Let's take
I'm
shots.
I'm
And
gonna
then I got
order
the
food
weed.
in.
And then
Shut
I-
up.
and then I
Okay,
got the
Harvey
weed.
Weinstein. Like,
Ew, look at you trying to
It's
lure
just
me
like
into
Harvey
your case.
Weinstein,
Yes.
guys, we're gonna get dragged.
no,
They're
drag
gonna get
for what?
dragged.
No,
Dragged.
we actually need to call out this predatory behavior because why are you
No, it
inviting
is
women over to
predatory.
your
It
house
is.
and forcing shots down your throat? I
Thank
literally just
you.
saw a
Like,
video on this,
stop.
and it's like he's like a big streamer. He invited a girl over his house. He was taking shots, and she was even like, "I'm confused. You don't even drink." And he was like, "But I'm trying to get you lit. You was lit yesterday. You being whacked today. No, she's being sober today, and you can't take advantage of her like you could last time. You have to stop inviting people over and trying to get them
telling
drunk so
you.
you can make moves. It's weirdo behavior.
It's very
no, it is
weird.
very
No, it
weirdo
is.
behavior, and
It
even
is.
thinking, oh my god,
It's predator behavior,
It is.
actually.
It is. It is. It's very weird.
Jail for all of you.
Honestly.
It's disgusting.
And I'll call the police for it.
I feel like to even add to that ick, I don't like when guys ask to come to my house.
Oh!
My house is off limits. Like you cannot come
You're
over
I'll be
here.
completely
Yeah.
honest with you. Men don't see my house.
Honestly, niggas don't even know where I live.
Like,
honestly,
I can honestly
niggas
say
don't even
that's
know where
a
I
there's
live.
only been
big
one
deal.
man in my house. I'm not y'all
Yeah.
cannot come over
Don't
unless
do it.
there's
Yeah.
look,
Don't do it.
You see
because-
that hand
I-
right here? There. Well, you come to our house like
No, listen.
No, facts,
the
but-
reason why I say don't do it because I literally had a guy say he was like, "What would you do if I popped up at your house?" I said, "I will sit at
pop
that."
up.
I said, "I will sit at that door. I will play music. I will talk on the phone to let you know I'm here and I'm not answering the
But
But
door
why
because."
give your dress? Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Sorry.
For gifts. Gift purposes.
but anyways, that was the point I was trying to make. Anyway, the question I was gonna ask y'all was, was it? Oh, somebody posted like their rules
Why does it
in
like
regards
that?
to dating.
No, go ahead though. Go ahead.
I mean, you interrupted, so go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, you didn't say it yet?
no, I didn't.
Girl, speak up.
Damn, not y'all attack.
No, thank
kidding.
you. The conversation went
Just
fast.
kidding.
No, but
no, it did.
Yeah, it went very fast. Okay, my ick is, which is kind of, it is actually petty, but I mean, I'm still healing, and whenever I'm ready to tell my story, I'll tell my story. But my ick is when niggas move too fast. Like, I don't want to meet your mom. I'm sorry. Within the first month, week,
You
I
know-
don't want to meet your mom. I don't want to meet your sister. I don't want to meet your father. I actually don't want to meet anybody. So let's keep it on the playing field. Let's keep it cute until we actually
Damn,
get
not
to
even
know
a
each
sister
other.
though.
No,
What
I don't
you
want to
do
meet
here?
anybody. No, because it's
Not even a friend.
I'm
That's a lot of
traumatized. Like,
pressure.
no, it's a lot of pressure on the first day or so.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like
that's
this is
OD.
yeah, no, like I mm-mm.
Maybe
the first,
like after the first outing. It was,
yeah, no, on the first
even then.
it was
just
too. It's
kidding.
a lot of pressure. It's too much. I'm
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm cool on meeting your family in the beginning.
Some
in the
people are
very
like,
beginning
hey, first date,
stages.
we're having a family barbecue.
Yeah,
What?
No, mm-mm. Sorry. That's
That
my
gives
ick.
me the
like,
ick, right.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. But
You don't even need to tell a story, girl. We're here.
No.
You know, like, you don't need
Whenever
to say.
I heal from my trauma, I'll tell the story on one day.
I'm with
but-
you on that. You
That's
ain't got
pretty
to share the story.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. But go
No.
ahead.
A girl was talking about her boundaries on Twitter, and I kind of wanted to see how you guys felt about it. She pretty much was like, if I'm dating or whatever, there's so many different terms for that. She was like, you cannot come over to my house until like it's been like 5 months. Yeah.
I mean, girl, yeah, that's
I'll
your
be-
prerogative.
You know the crazy part is, a lot of the time men don't come over to my house. Like, but that's also because I try to date a guy with his own place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like
No.
normally
No,
that's
I
a
mean,
red. That's an
that's-
extreme red flag.
So
I mean,
so for me personally, like I'm usually like the type that will go over to their place. You know, like it's
yeah.
just I don't know, like it's just weird. Like especially in the beginning phases, like I'm very like particular about my space. You know, and
Mhm.
I get weird. Like people can come
Mhm.
over and I'll be like, I'm ready for you to go, but you can't really say like you're ready for them to go.
People do not come
You know?
to my place. People don't even
I
know where I don't tell people where
I was just always
live.
brought up like you just can't let everybody in your space just because
Yeah.
you just
Okay.
don't know what kind of energy or what people are about. So
Mhm.
just protect your home. You know what I mean?
And I just feel like
So,
men are
no.
just so used to having people in and out their doors that it's like
it's just
It's
I'm not
whatever.
gonna, it's more fun to go to the man's
Yeah,
house.
like,
Like I
pack a
have
bag
much
and,
more
you know.
fun at his house than I have at my house.
Yeah.
Not that my house ain't boring, but I'm the same way. Like I like my space. Like you get to doing too much, laying on my
Wi-Fi
good
be
pillows.
jumping.
Like,
Yeah.
stop.
watching, man.
this bitch is pressure. Wi-Fi jumping over here.
Shit.
They start getting a little comfortable.
But no,
Right.
this
I
is my
can-
place.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily
Okay.
say like I have like
My
a
kingdom.
I have like a time frame. Like it has to be 5 months. or
Yeah,
something
I
like
think
that.
5
But
months a little D, but it's okay.
I know, yeah.
But I think it
Prerogative.
just kind of goes with you
Mhm.
know like how y'all are vibing. That's really
Yeah.
what it is.
Have like 5 months, like you're really playing the field with others.
I'm not, for me, I never really put like a specification on it, but I do think like I had somebody over a while back and like I was like, no, this will not happen again anytime soon, because he just was like, he kept wanting to, and I was like, no. Like, no, like,
And then
they get too
popping
comfortable.
up.
And it was, you came over here one time, and now you want to keep coming? No,
Like, I'm not gonna
sorry.
feel like even like a couple of people that like try to talk to me, as soon as they try to come up, the interest is gone. I'm like,
Really?
oh, you a hoe. Ew.
When I say
You
people
wanna
do
come
not
over
come to
for
my
what?
place, people
What
do
do you
not
think I'm
come to
about
my
to do?
shit. Like, you be lucky if you figure out what state I'm in.
But I'm just
Like,
saying, like, what do you like? As soon, like, why are you trying to come over?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you want to have sex, huh? Not
Yeah.
over here.
What?
But that's what goes across my mind. Like, I don't really know you like that. Oh, let me come. Why are you coming?
Yeah.
Why are you coming over? We don't know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ew. Oh my gosh, I had a guy do that before.
Yeah, I
Oh.
know
It's
so
just
crazy.
it's disgusting. Actually, it's not.
It's so crazy to
disgusting,
me.
but
I
it's
feel like
nasty.
people are making a shift. I know this is completely off topic, but it's made me think of this. Y'all know how like everyone used to like really have like hookahs in their house and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's making a shift to where like people are like like trying to be like self-conscious about like smoking and things like that. Because I realize like when I go to parties, like there really don't be hookahs there anymore.
What
Yeah,
parties?
What do you mean?
Like
what party?
house parties.
Gatherings.
Mm.
I,
When's the last
my
time you
thing,
been
I
to
think it's
house
just a lot of
party?
work, and I feel like
It
after the
is.
trend,
Yeah, because like you have to pay for people to come host hookah.
cleaning
yeah.
that hookah and filling it
Yeah.
up. It's a lot goes
Coal
into
hit the
it.
ground, burning it,
I'm not
I'm not
permanent
gonna lie.
damage.
Now that y'all say that, I didn't use my hookah in my
All
apartment
year.
all
I didn't either.
2022.
We did not either.
I
I don't
didn't
even know what
either.
that is.
I don't
It
even know
must
where
be
my
in the
hookah is
cabinet.
either. Now that I think
That's what
about
I'm
it,
saying.
like I
Look at
haven't.
Paulette. When's the last time Paulette?
Paulette about to pull your car, Jori.
What?
2022
Tori,
Well, maybe
Okay.
we've used it
No.
once, like whenever you had a gathering, but
in
never like
2021,
maybe,
not 2022.
maybe
That hookah
not.
did not come out all 2022 because remember someone had to mail it back to me. So no, nobody smoked that hookah this past year.
But
What she said.
I'm trying to think like Paulette and I like I don't
I'm
think
not y'all. Okay, so look, I used to be the hookah queen, right?
y'all. Ooh,
I used to
hoe.
listen. Paulette, look,
yes, please
it
let's
used
talk
to be
about
a
that.
work shift. However,
A
I'm not gonna lie. Like a real reason too, like of course health issues, but I can sing, guys, and like I know that. No, for real.
Who's laughing at her?
No, because
Why
like
would
I
you
don't know
laugh
what's
at her?
going
I didn't know
on.
where she
Act
was
like
going
y'all
with that.
know.
No offense, I just wasn't expecting that. Sorry, it just
No,
took
but
a
it
dramatic
bothers
turn,
me that
sorry.
like I just can't harmonize like I normally do sing. It bothers me. I know because hookah's done burnt my fucking voice box. So I need a break probably for eternity and I'm good. Like I don't really even when I go out I really don't even need to smoke hookah. Like I'm okay.
I know y'all have
I can
have
see
y'all
that.
seen that
So,
that like I don't know if it's a YouTube show or whatever where they like they're people are getting to know each other blindfolded. And there's a recent one that came out. And the girl's like, okay, it's a black girl and a black guy because you can see them. And she's like,
Oh, I
okay,
saw
so
this clip.
she's like,
Me
do you
too.
smoke hookah? He's like, yeah, I smoke hookah. Can't lie, I'm a little hookah hoe.
Yeah.
I would have hit the
I
damn buzzer. I would have hit the buzzer. No.
Next. Imagine
I
a
probably
grown
would've
man
chuckled.
calling himself a
I would've
hookah
chuckled.
hoe.
That's
I would've
not
chuckled.
Not too much.
But this where the audio from TikTok. Let's talk about the academic. Is this here crack pipe? Yeah, that could.
Facts.
That's where it comes
Facts.
from.
'Cause
yeah.
we need to talk about it.
Yeah, because
One day.
But I'm wondering, like, if a man just told me he's a
A hookah hoe. You a hoe.
No, but
boy.
honestly, live in your truth because a lot of these
Yeah.
niggas do be hookah hoes. Like all of a sudden, it's like, why did the hookah
Yeah.
get to you and it stopped?
Yeah, no. Oh my.
They be the main ones not wanting to pass
Be
it.
hogging and like, ugh.
Grab a hookahs out your hand. Mm-mm.
I'm
You
sorry.
be afraid to ask.
I just think it's weird whenever you like go
just
to,
order
like,
my own.
you go to a
Okay.
lounge and it's like 5 guys and 5 hookahs.
Oh
come
my
out.
God, why do y'all
Why
each have your own
to- why y'all each
hookah?
have your own
It's not
hookah?
giving.
And then somebody
It's-
definitely has their little portable.
Yeah.
And you
It's
know,
giving hookah
honestly,
hoe.
like y'all, like
Yeah.
wow, like we're just lost in the vortex. Cause like our parents didn't even have the extra portable. They just had cigarettes and cigars. We got hookahs, we got cigarettes, we have blunts. Now we got portable engines. Like what is this?
Portable
Portable
engine.
engine.
What's a portable engine?
the
The portable hookah.
Oh, the
the
vape.
vapes.
The
Vape. Sorry.
Which
vapes.
y'all actually, I'll leave that. I'll say that for another day.
No.
okay.
Keep
Now
it
we're gonna go
essential.
over into the MOTO. And it goes like this.
Y'all are lazy.
Okay, I have a MOTO. I've been friends with this girl for some years, but lately I've been feeling the need to drop her. The catch is she's done absolutely nothing wrong. When I transferred colleges my sophomore year, she was the first person I met at my new school. By my junior year, we were thick as thieves. After graduating is when we started having minor issues. I had introduced her to my childhood best friend roughly before graduating, but 6 months later, my longest friendship crumbled.
Wow.
She decided to stay friends with that person, and honestly, I didn't think it was cool. We remained close, but I filtered a lot of what I told her because she was liable to relay my business to my op. She got into a situationship I didn't approve of because I believed it was morally incorrect. She let me know that she has never judged me, so I shouldn't either. After checking the facts, I agreed she was right. From that point, I supported everything she did, regardless if I was actually against it. After some time, she comes to me telling me she does tarot card readings. Now, I wasn't overly religious, but I was raised not to fuck with that shit. I mean, no, honestly, like, that was heavy. I told her I'm happy she found something to do with her time. She continuously asked to do a reading for me, but I continued to decline until I finally set a boundary with her. I said she can talk to me about the crystals and sages and numbers because she's passionate about it, but leave me out of the nonsense. Feeling spiritually empty, I went to church for deliverance, and after being filled with the Holy Spirit, I finally had conviction, and my soul wasn't sitting right with me. I felt like any conversation I had with her, the enemy was listening in. One day, we were talking, and I brought up the gifts of the Holy Spirit, specifically the gift of utterance, which led to her saying she knew all her friends were witches.
Wait. How do we
It's
get
almost
here?
over, guys. This spiraled into a conversation where I told her I don't want to hear any of it. Came to a point that she doesn't call me because I don't want to hear about what I consider witchcraft, and I don't call her because I'm not going to share my business with people I'm not spiritually aligned with. Other than that, she's been a pretty loyal friend. She's the only person who came to see me once I moved states. Basically what I'm asking, am I wrong for dropping her? Do I need to discuss with her or just let it fade? I've been told to drop her since 2020 for the same stuff. LOL.
That's
Damn,
some
not
questions you
been
know the
told.
answer to.
I mean,
No, you're not wrong.
the
You're not
crazy.
wrong. What is so funny?
Like, this is just...
Okay, well, I don't know why they laughing, but
Because they're laughing at you. You
Are
said,
you?
no, you're not wrong. Yeah.
oh yeah, because what, girl, you don't like. Here's my thing: you already there's so many flags that shows you like you shouldn't be
Yeah,
friends with
y'all
the
are
girl. So it's
not.
like, why are you asking us if you're not wrong? If you're not wrong, you're not wrong. I mean, yeah, the signs is there. You should have dropped the girl, but yeah, you feel like you're not spiritually aligned to her, then you don't have to be friends with her. It's not by force. Like,
And I understand she was loyal, but if your spirit is telling you to, you should just...
I mean, she was loyal, but at the same time, like you said, she was friends with your op, so it was already certain things that was kind of just
see,
like.
but the friends with the op part is and this is the thing because she's not really friends with
Yeah,
her op. She's
yeah.
friends with your
Her old friend.
your longtime friend who you were friends
like
with. and
one
you-
day y'all will come back together.
Exactly. So it's like, I mean, I understand she's your op presently, but it's like it
But it
seemed like y'all
depends
were
on-
all friends together. And
True,
then-
whatever. Either way, the thing you not wrong, girl. Like you already there's so many things that you don't like about this girl. So it's like
There's y'all. It's because she's.
It's
you
the
know
witch
what?
thing.
Yeah, it's the witchcraft. And I feel like if you think she's gonna cast spells on you, or if you don't like that she's into that, it's okay to keep her at bay. It's okay
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, like I feel you. I literally just had a conversation about this with someone, and like it literally went into this. And so, we're here, sis. We're here. So yeah, we're here. Do I think you should cut her off? I don't know. Maybe in 2020, but now in 2023, I think you need to keep her at bay. You don't have to cut her off because honestly, like that's
Cut
kind of
her
messed
off.
up. Like,
I'll
the
be
thing about-
honest.
if someone cut me off for liking makeup, fuck you. That's
No,
rude.
But
you
that's
know?
different.
So,
It's a little bit
Spirituality is different from
but
actually
keep
a
her at
hobby.
bay. Keep her at bay.
This is the thing.
Cut her off.
It may be a hobby.
I think that for the most part, friends, no one's actually ever spiritually aligned. Like people go through different walks at the same
True.
time. You know what I'm saying? So that's okay. But I do think that this is two different types of spirituality.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where like the issues coming into play. And I feel like you really have to like if you've already told her like you're not with that and she keeps coming to you trying to like read your tarot
yeah.
cards and stuff, that would have been a big boundary for
But
me.
she set her boundary though. She said, I don't want to hear any of this.
That's
anymore.
what she's saying. Like
Yeah.
she's crossing her boundaries.
She's crossing her. I feel like she's continuously crossing her boundary whenever it comes to that, and trying to like get her to like accept it, and that's not okay. And so for that reason, I probably would fall back on somebody because I just like I don't agree with it either. So I feel you.
Why don't you bring out the card?
Like
boy?
it's a lot. But as far as like being friends with your ex friend, I mean, it could be a little shifty because you're the one who introduced them, maybe, but it's not enough for a cutoff.
Yeah, because honestly, girl, I'm in that situation. I don't care. Like at the end of the day, life goes on. Like you're just not friends anymore. Like, but they can still be. I mean, it's not like she's sitting here like hanging out with her and like going and get Manny and Petties.
I'll
like,
be honest with you, I don't know because I have seen situations where like people really do like you end up being like a topic of conversation.
No, it's
Yeah.
You really do.
you'll be surprised.
And here's the only reason why I said I specified in
Heavy
calling
on.
her an op, even though she called her an op in the store, is because like you said, you be topic of conversations. But not only that, I just feel like when you feel like you have to refrain from telling her certain things because you feel like she gonna go back and tell your friend who you're not friends with anymore, then it's just like, it's already kind of just like, for me, it's kind of just, you're already kind of like towards grounds for cutoff in that area. Because I'm like, bro, if I got to filter what I can tell you and you're my friend, like.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with cutting her off. I think that people grow out of friendships, and if they don't, if the friendship doesn't serve you anymore, that's okay. And do I think you should just cut her off cold turkey? No, maybe you should have that conversation with her and just let her know, like, hey, like, I just don't think that your views and my views align anymore. And, you know, I just don't really see a purpose in us hanging out with each other because I don't think that we, you know, give anything. We don't bring anything to each other. We don't bring anything to each other's lives. And that's okay.
Wait, they're an undergrad though, no? Right?
They're no grown adults now.
Oh, now. Oh.
I don't know about telling. I don't know. Just fall back. I don't know. That conversation's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I don't know. She needs to tell her
no
that.
purpose. Like, that's very rude. You don't
I
have
don't
to
think
say
It's not that it's rude. It's a little much.
Which
I
one's
think-
worse? People sitting there questioning why you're no longer friends and and having no idea. Are you telling them? I feel like we have to be like honest with each other at this point.
But I always live by. There's always a better way of saying things. That wasn't nice.
There is a better way to say,
nice.
but it's not being rude. But I'm saying like our purposes don't align with each
I don't think it
other's
was
life
rude at
anymore.
all. I just think that there's some things that just go without saying. I think that they already kind of read each other's vibes. Like it's not vibing. So
yeah.
But maybe
Queen,
girl
just
vibe.
I was just about to say that.
You're not just vibing. It's just not vibing. So I just think that like if it was to slowly fade out, it wouldn't require a conversation.
I think I kind of agree with Nikki and kind of disagree with y'all, but I kind of feel like I may agree with everyone. But I guess I will say is, well, y'all know I'm never going to be like, cut this person off, because I just feel like a cutoff is just so aggressive when we're talking about somebody who, like, even in this email, you're saying, like, that you've mentioned, like, 3 times that she was a loyal friend to you. You mentioned that she traveled to see you overseas. So it tells me that this is somebody who you actually, like, had like a solid friendship with, and who you may regret cutting off, like in 5, like right now, sometimes in the moment you never regret it until 5 years from now when you look back at the friendship and you actually examine why this person no longer in your life. When you do that examination, you're gonna want a solid reason. You're not gonna want it to be, oh, she did tarot cards, because in 5 years from now, if she doesn't do tarot cards, it's how would you feel, you know? So I feel like in this situation, instead of just being like, oh, this is a boundary, just have a conversation and be like, hey, like, listen, because of my religion, like, I actually feel very uncomfortable when you bring this up around me, you know? And I kind of want to explore what maybe even led you in that direction, but I don't want it to be a situation where, like, I feel like you're testing my faith and this friendship becomes a test, you know what I mean, for me and, like, what I'm trying to do with my life. Because it's not that y'all are spiritually aligned. I just feel like she's dabbling in things. It may not even be a passion for her, but it just makes you uncomfortable. So I feel like after that conversation, depending on how that conversation goes, then you can move forward cutting her off, or maybe just falling back. But I don't think she's done anything that, like, really requires, like, an end to a friendship, you know? Like, yeah, she's in a tarot card.
What is she?
That goes with my answer too, because in your message you even said that she has done nothing wrong. So
yeah,
what did she say? I know in the message she said that she set a boundary. Did the friend cross the boundary?
She kept one telling her do a card reading.
Oh well, then I think she needs, you, like Michelle said, like, you need to be very stern with her. Like, I'm cool with us being friends, but this is the aspect of your life that I don't want to be a part of. And I feel like if that's, you know, she went out of town to see you, don't live there no more, blah, blah, blah. Like, clearly she cares to some extent. And if she's not willing to accept that you don't want to be a part of that little portion of her life, then, like Michelle said, reevaluate, go in separate ways. But I'm friends with people who do stuff that I'm not a fan of.
Listen.
Yeah. But I also feel like
side-eye.
I also feel like
side-eye.
you said that they're grown adults now, but it's just like, as a friend, why are you not reading the room? Like, you don't see that she visibly gets
people
uncomfortable.
don't read the room.
And that's my
problem,
problem,
girl.
okay, and that's a problem in the friendship. If you feel like you are constantly forcing something on you that you know I don't really partake in, you know that doesn't really align with me, like, why do I even have to have that conversation with you? Because like Jori said, I do know people who do stuff. Actually, I know somebody who actually does that, and she never not once, you know, we were always in close proximity. She never not once asked me, because she just knew, like, this is just not, I'm not gonna cross this boundary with her. So I'm just like, why do we even have to have that conversation? Like, you know that that's not what I'm about, and you still keep, oh, let me do, girl, what?
You'll be surprised. I feel like some people just lack emotional intelligence.
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
people
my
do.
problem. So I do feel like, cut her off. Because that's a boundary that's crossed.
But too, it's okay to communicate to where you're uncomfortable at as well. Like, that's, I feel like
now y'all want to communicate.
I mean,
when
no,
I said
like,
it was an issue. Thank you.
No. I mean,
I never.
it wasn't
wasn't an issue
Well,
about
pause,
it wasn't an issue about
I didn't say- I
communicating.
just
It
said
was
there's
just
a
the
better way to
spill
say
you gave.
something.
I think when you said
never
we don't,
disagreed.
when you said we don't contribute anything
I
to
was
each other's
like,
lives,
that's not nice
no.
to tell someone at all. Like,
But it's being honest.
Ask
Like y'all
yourself if
saying read the room.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
y'all,
Ask
but
yourself
that is the room.
if
You know what I'm
someone
saying?
would,
Like
if you would have heard, if someone would have told you that, how would that make you feel?
It would-
it wouldn't make you feel.
it
good.
wouldn't make me feel good, but at the
So-
same time, you know what else would make me feel good? Being blocked.
True, but-
all of a sudden out of nowhere.
But at the same time, but you don't
block.
block.
or you
Shit cut
sending
off.
text messages and you're not getting
But
responses.
at the same time, like
that wouldn't make me feel good.
It shouldn't be a thing where we have to make someone feel bad just to be heard.
It's
That's
not,
what I'm saying.
It's not making anyone feel bad. I'm not saying that you have to say those exact words, but I do think you should say how you're feeling. Like people
Just
come into
nicely.
these forums and put all their feelings out there, but they can't say those exact same feelings to their friends. That's weird. Wait,
Why is that weird?
no,
How is that weird?
I think that is weird.
How?
Because why is it that we're not comfortable enough to be able to come to people and tell them how we're feeling? I think
it's-
I think that we should, but then people tell you like they're putting you down, saying like, "Oh, you're being rude. You're
It's
trying
your
to put
approach.
someone
It's
down."
your approach.
Whenever you're just trying to tell some people your feelings,
Yeah,
and
no,
there's nothing
and
wrong
I
with
didn't
that.
disagree with you. I just feel like sometimes people just have like an approach that's not positive. I'm sorry, like the conversation won't end well. So you have to
Yeah.
like one thing, like I said before, it's like there's always like a better way of saying things. Just so
There's always a better
y'all
way to
like,
do a lot of things.
So question. So if it was you and somebody had this opinion of you, right? A very, very strong opinion. Would you rather they tell you that strong opinion, or would you rather they just kind of like give it to you like softly? Like say in their head they think like, man, won't even use this example. Maybe they'd be like, man, I feel like this girl is a hoe for sure. Like she lay it down and spread it wide. You know what I mean? But then they tell you like, hey, I feel like you party too much. Would you rather them just be like, tell you like I feel like you're a hoe, or would you rather them say in a way where it's like
It's
not
just-
really how they feel?
I'll
but
be
it's a
honest with you. I think
nicer
it goes
version?
back to
That's
relationship.
nice.
No. So I feel like that goes back to relationships. I feel like a lot of times, like you can come to a man, you can ask them like really what's going on, and they will downplay like how they actually feel whenever they feel completely different. Whereas if they had told you from the get go how they really felt, y'all could have maybe parted your ways. You wouldn't have wasted your time anymore. There's so many things. Like I feel like there's just. You have to be truthful nowadays. I feel like we
So you're like a
sugarcoat.
straight shooter.
Yeah, I feel like we sugarcoat things so much in this world that it's like now you're giving a completely different like view whenever you don't even feel that way.
I don't want to say it's sugarcoat. Just having respect for people's feelings. That's it.
It's
Like there's
not-
nothing wrong
but
with that.
You can have respect for. I feel like respect is telling me the truth.
True, but at the same time,
I
I think you have
think-
to agree to disagree.
Even in your question, when you asked like what I wanted this way or the other way, like I feel like the old me would have wanted it a little bit easier. But I think that now that I'm more self-aware and I really am trying to correct my behaviors and become a better person, I need everything straight
shooter.
shot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And when I think about past situations where people came to me like that, and I used to get so defensive, like, bro, like you doing too much on me. I look back now and I'm like, dang, like I wasn't ready to hear that, but that's what I needed to hear. So it's like knowing what that feels like for somebody to give it to me straight. That's all I want going forward. Is like I need a straight shot all the way.
Yeah, you know, it reminds me of something I saw where like this girl was in a situation with a friend and she was like, it's so crazy how she's like, the whole time I know my friend doesn't like me, but she's not saying anything. She just distances herself. She's acting a certain kind of way, but it's like, I know you don't like me. I'd rather you just tell me you don't like me than us to even do this. And I feel like that's similar to what y'all are saying. Like,
Yeah.
if you could think it, you might as well just say it. But sometimes it's like, damn, why you thinking that?
And it's
Right?
unfortunate.
Like, you know,
it's unfortunate. In
it
that
is that,
moment,
you know?
I feel like being that other person in that moment, it's gonna suck. Like I'm not saying that that's not gonna hurt your feelings. It's not gonna make you feel bad. But in the long run, I think it's gonna be better for you. Because the thing is, if someone's telling you like, oh, if you're trying to go sing, and you come,
Girl, what? Like,
no,
I'm not attacking her vocal cord.
no, I'm saying
She
to
told
every-
you she gave up the hookah.
No, I'm saying this to everybody.
LOL.
I'm just saying this to everybody. But like,
LOL.
let's say that, like, what if one producer tells you like, you know what, you're America's next what is it?
Top model?
No, I was gonna say
Idol.
American Idol. American Idol.
America's Next Top.
You're
I'm
American Idol.
too.
But then, so you have all this confidence. You know what I'm saying? And then you actually get out there. And that may not really be what it is. Like there's a lot of things you could have worked on, but if you had been honest with you from the beginning, you probably would have better prepared for that
But
next audition.
If you watch American Idol, not everybody was like a Simon. They still
No,
gave feedback, but
yeah.
it was just not.
I think the overall point, though, even to your point, Nikki, is like you can be. I've definitely said this to somebody before. Like you must not like me. You can't. Oh, I do. But it's like if someone's not gonna be truthful with me, like when I'm direct with you with my question, whatever it is I have to say, that doesn't help the situation. So it's like you can be direct all you want, ask people whatever questions you want to ask, but they're gonna
Sometimes
some people sugarcoat.
I don't know. Just I
Or
don't
they'll
know.
tell you what they think they want to hear because people try to not hurt feelings, but it's like, bro, this is why people are running around. I told her in a sassy apocalypse because people are telling the men
People are going
what
crazy
they
in
need
this
to
world.
hear.
I want to ask.
Keep reverting everything back.
With
to men.
anything-
Damn, they're the root of all problems.
Literally, every
Y'all
episode.
Y'all said it, not me.
They still gonna come for all of us. It don't matter.
Don't come for y'all. Come for me.
I
Shit.
forgot, what did y'all? Oh,
Ain't
sassy
no
men.
better.
No, men are openly
Child,
calling
let's
themselves
wrap this
hookah
up.
hoes, so therefore men are sassy. Anyways,
Y'all leave that boy alone, please.
Yeah, let's wrap this. Let's wrap
Please,
this.
please,
Up.
please.
all right, y'all. So I want to ask, like, I don't know if y'all been seeing recently. I think something like, I don't know if something's like happening to people's like heads, people's brains, but because I feel like people are doing a lot of irate things like in public. So did y'all see recently where a girl, and I don't know if this is like the true story behind it, but she was like on a Delta flight and something happened like where she stole someone's like chicken wings and
What are you talking about?
Is she black? Please tell me she's not black.
No.
We don't need that. Okay, like, we don't.
She
need
said
that.
we don't need that.
We don't need that.
someone stole her
LOL.
chicken wings. And I guess I don't know if one of the Delta people came and like took the chicken wings back, but she came back like with a fire extinguisher. Did y'all see that?
Over chicken wings?
No.
No, I don't know what social media platform you're on, but
No,
I've never
but-
seen that.
no, but
That's
finish-
weird.
I did hear this story, but I want you to tell the
So,
rest of it.
but she just came back and like
Invested.
used the fire
on
extinguisher like,
everybody.
on all the employees.
Wait,
like,
so well, you can't. What about the person who's actually stole from you? Like, Target.
She,
on
like-
the, on
she,
the
like,
plane.
n- they were out
was this
in the
thief
in the
doing
lounge.
this? The thief did this.
Yes.
You were in the
Wait, the
lounge
thief
doing
did
it?
this? The one who
the
stole the
thief-
chicken
yeah.
wings? She's mad that they took them away?
Yeah. And so then,
Uh-huh.
like, she like, but I want to ask, like, is there anything that can make you like mad enough to like
No.
Take a fire
to be
extinguisher.
put on a,
and-
like a
no,
do
no.
not fly list?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
So I did. Okay, I did see a clip of somebody letting off the extinguisher, but I didn't know what the backstory was.
Yeah.
and it was in the middle of the airport. It wasn't on the plane. It was,
It was
like
on the plane.
it was in
on
the
the
terminal.
plane, girl.
No.
You're
No, it was in the
kidding.
terminal.
It was in the
Okay.
terminal.
See,
You
this why
smoke it
this
in
why we
the
in a chicken wing
terminal?
shortage now because y'all don't know how
But
to act.
I agree because a lot of people have been
Mm.
acting up in the airport. lately.
Yeah.
People
I've
been
been seeing a lot of
fighting.
clips.
Gosh,
Y'all seen that lady that was going off on everybody?
It's
'cause
these
her
prices.
kids
Everyone's
were
angry.
lost?
Yes, I saw that. And it's crazy because a lot of people are doing stuff that's like, so you never want to fly again. Y'all know
And
how
why?
convenient it
That's
is
what
to
I'm
hop on
wondering.
the flight.
Yeah.
I would
Like,
never.
What would happen? Like, you never fly again your
Because y'all feel
entire
like these
life?
prices ain't gonna come down, huh?
No, but the prices are bad though. Like, let's talk
They're
about the prices
terrible.
on flights, the prices on eggs. Have y'all seen the
Oh
prices?
my
on
gosh.
Yeah,
I bought
eggs
12
like-
eggs for $8.97.
My eggs are $3.69
Lord.
pasteurized
Oh,
at
where?
Trader
At Kroger.
Joe's.
Oh, I ain't
Kroger. But I
Yeah,
for a pack of
girl.
6 or 12.
Pack
12.
of 12. I don't do
Hell
$8.
no.
You know what the crazy
I don't
part
do
is? So
$8.
I went to Kroger the other day.
That's where I got mine.
And
Organic, large.
by the
Pasteurized,
grace
girl.
of God, they had the wrong price on the eggs,
And they had to
so they
honor it.
had to honor it. But I got
Mm.
an 18 pack for like $6.99.
Oh,
Damn.
That's still. I mean,
But it was 18.
that's not
why
bad.
is
I mean,
$8? Why is milk
mm.
expensive? Ew.
who buys milk?
But
can
do
even
y'all,
be
have y'all
expensive.
actually looked
Gross.
into the backstory of why eggs are this expensive
What's
and
going
what
on?
they hid from us? There was a whole chicken flu.
Oh, is that why it was a chicken wing shortage?
Yes.
So where was some chicken thighs coming from?
Thank you. So there was a whole
Well, I want to know.
there was a chicken flu
That
in
was a dove.
2022 that clearly nobody heard
I heard about it on the
a
news
pigeon
though, but they
wing.
barely talked about it and it disappeared.
They barely talked about it, and now there's barely any eggs, there's barely any chicken wings, but now all of a sudden they can produce eggs and chicken wings. Why?
No, because I was confused at one point when they was like, it's a chicken wing shortage. And I was like, I don't understand why it's only that part of the chicken that's coming up short. Because thighs, drumsticks, everything, chicken breast, even, what's it called? Wingstop came out with Thigh Stop to support the chicken wing shortage. And I'm like, the thigh and the wings are
They're
literally
right next to each
connected.
other,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm just
Weird.
so confused. So now I realize we've been eating rat nuggets for the last 2
Yep.
years.
Yep.
Wow.
Chicken been on its way out of my diet anyways.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah.
It
Dirty
is.
bird.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be a vegetarian this year, honestly, but I just had
Even
sweet
then, the
chicken
veggies
yesterday.
be
Yeah,
don't
the
be
veggies
veggie.
dying quickly. Like,
Listen.
damn. It be dying in the
Listen.
basket.
I want
Ugh.
to, you know what? So I feel like we've talked about this before. And at this point, I think I am now officially like Team Lori, which I don't know if y'all have seen.
Lori who?
Harvey?
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all have seen recently our good brother Franklin, aka Damson.
He's your good brother, girl. My brother.
And Lori have made it Instagram official for her birthday. They posted some pictures, and they are clearly an item. How y'all feeling?
Must be nice to have a new nigga every birthday.
Not only that, like she be bagging all these these bagging the niggas.
The
I'm like,
boys.
damn, girl, like leave some for us. Shit. But no, I mean, I think
No comment.
yeah, like what can I think? At this point, Lord, do you, sis?
No comment.
More power to you.
Man,
However,
Lori in her Black China era right now.
do you,
She
sis?
in her
Do you,
BC
sis?
bag.
As long as you stay away from Kofi, sis.
That's
we're
what I saw that
good.
TikTok.
We're good.
I saw that TikTok. But
Yeah.
I do. I don't know. It wasn't. Honestly, I don't care because I'm
Now
one
she
of
talking
people.
about my man. Girl.
I don't really
Damson
care
was better than
who.
Kofi, but
Damson looks all of 16. Y'all all need to go to
He
jail.
gives
No,
corny. He
it's
gives
okay,
corny,
y'all.
but he
Like,
gives
he sounds
corny
like an
vibes.
uncle to me.
He could
gives
just
corny
give
vibes.
I'll go to jail.
He act like he never had a bad bitch before. The way he was over there.
Oh my gosh! very
Why are you
embarrassing.
doing this to our people?
No, but you know what's crazy? Somebody was even just like, that's how all Yoruba men act when they first get into a relationship. And I'm like,
Especially-
it's true, 'cause
There's a
shut my
little
mouth.
truth to that.
Let me
Act
shut my
like you've been
mouth.
here before.
because they
Shut
are
my
professional love bombers.
Literally.
That's just,
Let me shut
just
my
And
mouth.
kidding.
before you know it,
Especially with
Just kidding.
just
But-
flip your whole life upside down.
No, it's
Bullshit
crazy
after
because-
bullshit after bullshit.
when he posted that, I was one of the ones I was just like, this is very corny. Like, bro, act like you really been here before. But
Which one? The
him
attire?
and yes, so,
Wait, that was a real picture. I thought they put the heads on
no,
that.
it was
I thought it was a-
Photoshop,
it was
but
a
he
fake
posted
screenshot.
it. It was, but
Wait.
he actually posted
He
it.
posted it.
So for
Yeah,
those of
his
y'all who
story.
don't know,
Oh.
Damson has been he's tried to share like a meme to story of him and Lori in like traditional like I think it was like
African
Yoruba.
attire.
It's
Yeah, well, it's
nothing
African
to actually
attire.
get the. He is corny. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Wait, y'all
He's
can't.
not corny.
He's in
just
love.
excited. Is he in love? Is he in love?
I
Uh,
think he might be.
okay, Nikki, you
How
got
long?
it.
Okay,
Okay,
when did Harry and Michael break up? I'm not trying to clock.
But apparently
time,
Michael cheated.
like in August.
I'm pretty sure.
Apparently,
he
it was a
did.
contract too. So
He was still in contact with his ex, like
Ex.
they all are.
Yep.
I believe that. And did you see now? Which I feel like the UK. Someone just reported like that he's been seeing someone heavily. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah,
oh yeah, he's a new girlfriend.
yeah. I'm like, you just mad because Lori's already in a new relationship, so you trying to act like you'd have moved on too. But
But
whatever.
okay,
Well,
but the
what-
fact that him and Damson are friends.
Well, what I was
aren't they always?
I'll
all
be
friends?
okay. So let's
They
just talk
are.
about that. I'll be honest with
Men
you.
pass around
I have
women.
yes. It's not about look.
They do.
No, I don't want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh, sorry,
sorry,
Crystal.
Crystal. But I do not think that men genuinely care about that type of stuff. Like it's a woman thing that women
Mhm.
care about dating people that have been attached to someone they might know. But men, I feel like if it's really not your best friend, they don't care.
you a lie. 'Cause
Yeah,
the way my
I-
ex be like, don't
yeah.
get nobody shot out here.
No, like a
just
good
care.
friend.
No.
Oh, I feel you. You mean like somebody they just dab up in the streets?
Are they
Yeah.
good friends?
No, I'm saying they're not good
it
friends.
Depends on, no,
Yeah.
it depends on the man. Not gonna lie.
Took a couple
'cause
pictures, but they're colleagues in
just
the actress
depends.
game.
I just feel like at this age, I don't care.
yeah.
So I don't care if y'all care. I don't.
Yeah.
But at the same
I
time,
care.
Jory, you not dating anybody in close proximity with any of
I
your
care.
exes.
I care.
I don't think
Even
you find
it's not even
it's
it's not even about an ex. Even if it's somebody who I casually dated, like if I happen to come
Casually
across your friend, I don't care.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
be honest
sorry.
with you. Like
that could be my husband. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm
going
not
back
playing
to
these games.
like being in the dating game, I'll be honest, people
everyone knows everybody.
Everyone knows
Mm,
everybody.
yeah.
Like even when you first meet somebody and y'all finally follow each other on Instagram and y'all got all these mutual followers and you gotta think like, okay, how do you know this girl? How do you know this person? How do you know this person? But everybody knows everybody. Like
Mhm.
it just is what it is at this point.
It is
Yeah.
what it is. Just make sure when you burn that bridge, you don't try to. You don't
Cross
start
it
crying.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
You
How do I know
understand?
it's a bridge to be burned?
No, I'm not saying you, but like even like if, for instance, if you want to date somebody's friend and that friend agrees to date you, you know what I mean? That friendship is not gonna be the same. So don't
It's
expect
not.
even if y'all do break up to be like, okay, what's the like
Oh, you
No.
oh, okay.
you know, me like if somebody dates
But
my
I don't
ex,
think it would
like,
be
cool,
anyone
but-
like. But as I'm saying, like I wouldn't date anyone that like, y'all have dated. You know
But
what I'm
people
saying?
do
We're,
that.
we're talking about guys
yeah.
that we've dated, their friends. That was the
I'm not
point of
dating my
view
niggas'
we were,
friends.
we were giving.
I
my
will
ex
never
niggas'
date
friends.
any. No.
But
But niggas be
partially
friends with
because
everybody.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Everyone's
No.
friendly.
Friendly.
No.
I'm talking about friends is different from acquaintance. Like if it's a friend, the thing is, I'm saying that because I don't find any of his friends attractive, anybody that I've ever dated. But like acquaintance is different. Like shit, it's a doggy dog world. But
I mean, sometimes
Yes,
you
it
met the
is.
cuter friend after the fact, so
Mhm.
it happens.
It does.
We're here.
It really does.
Yeah, so Lori, we ain't mad at you.
No,
That's not. I'm like they took one picture together. Like, please, y'all all need to relax.
I mean,
they're literally.
Y'all all need to relax.
It might be a
Have the same
contract
job.
for
It just be
her,
looking
but
like
for
photo
him,
shoots. It just don't be looking genuine to me.
But
But
what
Oh, yeah, I
Damson
agree.
is.
he looked too happy.
But and what I don't like is I'm like, damn, if this is a contract, he really got the short end of the stick because they are dragging this man. Like, talking
No,
about,
oh.
I don't want Damson no
No,
more. I
listen.
just want Franklin. I'm
No.
like,
I was listening to Joe Budden podcast. He was like, "This dude going to have a job in 3 months." He's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Dang,
Yeah.
you."
I could tell
you-
Lori is cringing.
Yeah, because it's like what's his next role?
Girl, is she cringing? You know the
Yeah.
girls be eating that shit up. They be the girls who not you.
You can't start dating him with no job. Like I get.
Wait, no,
Hold
Danson's
on.
gonna
Just kidding. I'm just
Dansson
kidding.
has jobs.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying like.
Not
I
y'all
don't think
making this
anyone's
man
cringing.
jobless.
I mean,
No,
in 3
the
months,
world's making him
once snow
jobless.
falls over it, what's next?
What are y'all talking about? He has
He has
movies.
projects.
Which one?
He just had a really good one on Netflix that I watched.
What was it?
The one
It was
with
the army.
Yes.
Yeah, he was definitely in a movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
never heard of that.
Okay.
Role.
See, this is good. Now that you're dating Lori, we can start to research these things and start.
Yeah,
fuck
'cause
up.
that was a
Been
2-year-old
around.
movie.
I'm like,
That
a
was
movie
2-year-old
on
movie.
Netflix? Wow.
Definitely 2-year-old movie.
No, but I'm saying, you know,
But,
the girls be eating that shit up. Like, especially girls be eating all that African talk. Like, they be eating that
Yeah.
shit the fuck up.
But
They
how do
come,
you-
you
he has
come
a very-
and
he has
put
an
a
accent,
gele on
y'all.
her, and she gonna be like, oh my God, this is so.
Is she gonna think that because I find stuff like that corny?
Girl,
And it
you
might
get to,
do.
if you get to posting certain stuff too quickly, I'm looking at you like,
I
please.
cringe.
I
No.
cringe.
No, I'm not talking about. No. I'm not talking about that. Well,
What exactly are you
That's what he
talking
did.
about?
who
You know what I'm
knows? Who
asking.
knows? At this point, who
Yeah,
knows?
I'm sorry.
Who fucking knows?
Even for his birthday, somebody was like, damn, this the worst birthday she's had with a nigga since.
Yeah,
I'm
like no land, no nothing.
I'm
No
like,
trips,
see?
no villas, no private villas.
Y'all don't know.
look like
Just a happy birthday song.
that myth be coming true. I'll tell you. When,
What's the myth?
If a man wife you up, that's it. The little glitz and glamour fades away.
You're so annoying.
All right, y'all.
I don't support this mess. Okay.
What you want to talk about?
I can't relate, but you know.
Speaking of the blogs and PR and all the other stuff, and how y'all feel about Prince Harry? Loose
What?
lip Harry.
I don't know. At this point, like he has a book. Everything is just you know.
For those of y'all who don't know, Prince Harry, and this is Princess Diana's son, Prince
Youngest
William's
son.
brother. He came out with a book. This is shortly after the documentary, and he did an interview and all this other stuff. He's been coming out, spilling a lot of tea,
It's a tell-all.
talking about how William and him got into a fight. William is the one who told him to wear the Nazi costume, which side eye. But
William has always given.
Side on.
so I'm like, you're a grown ass man, Harry. I didn't like. You could have just let sleeping dogs lie with that one. But just little things like that, just like pretty much like giving us like a transparent view into like what it is to be a royal.
This is crazy. Like we're in an era where
Was
like
the
the
movie
royal
not enough?
family is talking like this.
But I'll be honest with you. I think that
Huh? You said what?
Crystal said, "Was the movie not enough?" You
No,
said it, not me.
no, Crystal. Like honestly, it was.
and they have a
Like,
whole
and
Netflix
then now
special.
a
That's
whole
I'm like, was that
book.
not
the
enough?
Netflix,
Like, now-
the Netflix special wasn't really about the
We
royal
don't need,
family.
but we don't need to. But this is how I feel.
That wasn't
Y'all
about
wanted
that.
to get away from that. Y'all got away from it. Why are we back in it?
But I'll be
And he
honest with
broke
y'all,
a
they-
record, I
Y'all, they
think.
have to make money.
I get
I
it.
think
So
at the end of
find
the
a
day, like
job.
literally, like they have to make money.
Megan
and so
acts.
she does, but like
Mhm.
I
Start
still,
booking.
it's not like Megan can just go back to like this normal life. At
But-
the end of the day, like they both can't. Like at the end of the day,
But
they
can I
really
be real
can't.
with you? I just don't agree with how Harry's kind of approaching the situation. Like, okay, you not like, okay, you excommunicate a little bit. That don't mean you now starts telling everybody shit.
I'll be honest with you.
I don't understand
I think it's
that.
one of those things where
I don't get it.
I think it's one of those things where
Have some cool.
like Prince Harry,
Bro,
his eyes were
Just keep shit.
his
like,
eyes
I
were
don't
finally.
agree.
I feel like his eyes were finally opened, and
his
he
eyes
real-
have been
But
opened.
I feel like a lot of the things he realized, like that were going on, they just weren't right. And he was in a position where he couldn't talk
But
about
you
those
got
things.
to leave.
but now he
Yeah.
can't. So I think what she was trying to say that like now that now that he's in a position to speak about these things, because he is realized a lot of that stuff was wrong, and it's like now that he's not a part of it, I am going to speak out. Just like, for example, if somebody was in a deal, like a record deal or a music deal, or they were signed to a label, they get out the label, that's when they start telling all what happened to them throughout the label. Look at Ashanti. She would start telling all that stuff that happened to her when she was signed to Murder Inc. Like,
But that's by force for her because
But
they was
my
doing too much
thing-
talking for her.
But
Well,
this is the
but
royal family.
it is the royal
And what's-
family,
and the
but he's
royal
not a
family
part
is
of it
still, like,
anymore.
humans,
He's
like-
not, yeah, he's not a part of it anymore. And they didn't treat a lot of people like humans. So So it's like, I think if you have that platform to speak out and say what's wrong and what's right, like, granted, we already speculated a lot of stuff that was happening
That were
anyways.
racist,
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, you have the platform for it. Why not? Like, nothing's gonna happen to you at this point. Like,
Are we sure?
You're not getting excommunicated, so it's like you're already out the group.
And I also think a lot of the thing is like he's doing stuff that he knows his mother probably wanted to do, and she was literally like silenced. You know what I'm saying? And now she's dead. And so there's a lot of things that his mother probably wanted to speak on that she wasn't able to.
Yeah.
And now he feels like he needs to like
While
carry
I'm
that
here.
torch. While he's able to speak on it, he wants to speak on it and say his piece.
And I also think for sure, and I hate the fact that Megan gets so much blame, but I do think like he has a loving, supportive wife who encouraged him to speak his truth. And I think because she probably does that, that's why the media tries to blame, oh, it's her. He's doing this because of her. And it's just like, she's just supporting him and speaking his truth. Like,
I think the whole issue, what happened with her, is like kind of what opened the door to this. I don't think we should blame Megan, but I don't know. My take on it, I don't really think he should just be like spilling I don't really see the point.
Well, I don't know
We
exactly.
already kind of knew about the royal family,
which
and,
I can see
you
what
know.
you're saying. I don't know exactly what he spilled because I didn't read the book. Honestly, I really haven't even heard much of the book, but I do feel like some parts of it should be sacred. I do agree with that. Some parts of it should be sacred, but again, I do think like you have a platform. Speak on what's wrong. What's wrong, what's right is right. Some things maybe we didn't need to know, but again, I don't know what's in the book to speak on, like, you know, what shouldn't have been in the book and what should have been in the book. But
Maybe like censor some things. I don't know. Maybe I just need to read the book and then.
Yeah, and he
I'll
may
come back.
have, because I mean, we're saying don't tell us everything, and I doubt. I'm sure it's so much
There's
shit
so much.
that
That's what I was just
that
thinking.
we do not know about. But I guess for
Absolutely.
me, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all saying that his eyes are open. First of all, I don't think his eyes were like completely open, because there's some things he says to me it's still a little bit problematic. So maybe you still have a little bit more eye opening to do. But because some things he said, I'm like, that accountability isn't all the way there. But that's fine. But for me, I feel like it makes me feel like the whole. And y'all gonna cancel me for saying this, but you know what? It is what it is. I think that the whole like him marrying Meghan Markle thing, to me, it just seems like now it makes a little bit more sense. If that makes sense. I think that he always knew. I feel like to him, she wasn't out. You know what I mean? Like he married, like he's always, even when in the book, or I didn't read the book, but from the excerpts I seen, he was talking about how like even with William, like William was always by the book and he was always like rebelling. I think William kind of had like him and William always butted heads about that. And so to me, it's like, okay, so you've had a history. We all know, like even growing up, Princess Harry was always like in the tabloids for like, you know, clubbing,
bad
going hard.
boy.
Like he was always like the bad boy. You know what I mean? So I think that he's had a history of just rebelling against like the royal family. And I think this was like this was the last thing that he could do, was literally just like not only marry like outside of his race, but he married somebody that's like, you know, an actress, like in the, you know, celebrity world, and
Doesn't have a perfect family.
you know, she exactly doesn't have a perfect family. Like she's biracial, you know, and like was just like so far left, and you know, like
So you think like that was his plan from the start? Like, I wanted to leave.
and maybe not even consciously, but I think that subconsciously a part of him is like he was never gonna. Anything that the royal family wants him to do, he's not going to do. So the royal family wants him to.
he was
marry,
always going to do what he wanted.
He's always going to do what he wanted, and I feel like naturally a part of him wants to do the opposite of what they want. So even if because all his girlfriends in the past were white, but he decided to marry somebody who was biracial. You know what I mean? And then when he married, and even like Meghan will say, his decision to leave the royal family was not Meghan's; it was his. You know. So I think this is like the life that he's always saw for himself. So he's just living his truth. You know, I think this is just a part of it, because now it just seems like it's all happening at the same time. Documentary, interview, book. And I'm sure there's more to come. I'm not going to be surprised if by next week he's going.
Another club.
I won't be surprised if next year he's in a movie
or a show.
I would not be surprised.
Like growing royal in America.
Like growing pains, royal pains, some shit.
Okay, a show would be a little OD, but
would it? I mean, their Netflix show kind of gave you like a preview of what their show would be.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like that was. But anyways.
So how do y'all feel? Okay, so did y'all watch?
What are we getting into?
Did y'all watch Stephen A's, like, which is so random? I don't know why he came on the show. But,
Sherry show.
Stephen A's interview on the Sherry show,
Yeah,
where
was random.
it was random. I was like,
what's happening
I don't know why he like what, but
Her
so
show
he came.
is just...
So he came on the show, and Sherry had asked a question. She was like, "Hey, are you excited for the halftime show?" And he was like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Wait, what? Why not?" And he was like, "Well, Rihanna, you know, she's, you know, congratulations on motherhood. She's like a very superstar." He gave her ups, but then he gave her a down. He was like, "But she's not Beyonce." And Sherry kind of had to like come in and like defend
that,
Rihanna, which she shouldn't have had to do that. But how do y'all feel about those comments? Because I feel like no matter what, like whenever I feel like when people bring Rihanna's name up, I feel like Beyonce comes and hovers over. Why is that?
I mean, I feel like the onus is on Rihanna to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people are thinking the same thing. He's just bold enough to say it. If you think
Mhm.
about it, Beyonce is a performer. So
Yeah.
the Super Bowl halftime is where she's really going to shine. Rihanna has not had a song in a very long time. So people are already doubting like what, discography she could possibly bring to the stadium. On top of that, she isn't known for being a performer.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, is she Beyonce? No, she's not Beyonce,
Yeah.
but who knows what she could bring. We haven't seen that in so long. So of course people are going to have doubts, but she could show and prove.
I
You know
don't
what
think
mean?
that was like the right thing for him to say, because honestly, everyone's just probably nervous. They've never seen Rihanna on a platform this big, like performing in front of billions. Like actually no. Let me take that back. Rihanna probably has, but Super Bowl though, they know what Beyonce's done. So to me, I feel like I don't really see a comparison. I don't even know why he really said that. It's kind of unnecessary. He really just could have been like, you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do, and he should have just left it
He
at that.
should've
I don't
just left it
understand
at
why he
that.
brought up Beyonce. Like I didn't understand that part. Because like they weren't talking about her, so I don't even understand why he referenced her.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
unnecessary.
it's like it low key felt like a dig.
It
Not even
was-
gonna lie.
Oh, was it?
It was
It felt like
definitely a
it
dig.
felt like an underlining dig.
It
Like,
was definitely a dig because
but we'll see.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
unnecessary. It should.
Yeah, and like and I feel like men can get away with doing that. You know, and I feel like men need to do better. Like big upping, especially people of color, big upping your fellow sisters. But I mean, it wasn't cool.
But I think that
wasn't.
Stephen A. has always been kind of known for saying things that might be like outside the box, especially like even on ESPN and like Sports Center and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like he's always been known for
Or
saying
First
things
Take,
for
whatever
people
he does.
that people usually would not say. So am I surprised by it? No. But I don't think he meant like harm by it.
Mhm.
And but I do think that I'll be honest with you, over these like all these years, why hasn't Beyonce come out and just like said anything to like big up Rihanna?
Not her
Is she
producer.
supposed
Remember?
to?
Wait, but don't they have like a beef?
No, they don't have beef.
They did back in the day.
Yeah.
Because of Jay-Z, but
I mean, I don't know if it was official, but allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah, it
but
was-
I do feel like why can't Beyonce just come out and like even like have a picture of Rihanna
They
or
do.
something?
She has.
Yeah,
I
they
think
do.
she has.
Together.
Back in the day, I remember there was something. I don't remember if it was like it was something that happened, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, Beyonce and Rihanna are no longer beefing." I don't remember what happened. I think it was like a picture or something happened, but I don't know. I think it's just like that weird. Like sometimes.
Yeah, like
It's like the Cardi B and Nikki.
But I also feel like even with
yeah.
with or without those comparisons, I feel like that's kind of why Rihanna has so many other avenues outside of music.
Yes.
that
Mhm.
Beyonce also doesn't have. You know what I mean? Like Rihanna has a whole like
Empire.
makeup line,
Fashion.
skincare line. You know what I mean? Like there's so much more about her, and I feel like that was her way of
Lingerie line.
separating myself. Like I'm still a great artist, but at the end of the day, I'm also successful in this, and this that Beyonce doesn't necessarily have. Like she has like her clothing brand, but it's nowhere near compared to Fenty and all the
Yeah.
other stuff
Nowhere.
Rihanna has. You know what I mean? So I feel like she did that. I don't want to say she did that for that reason, but it does set her apart in a different way where it's like it's kind of hard to compare them like overall because they do so much different things unless you
It's
I
only
feel like there's
looking
no
at the music.
comparison, honestly.
There's only
They-
one billionaire.
They do their own thing.
So
That's true.
There's
But
no
yeah,
comparison.
It all just goes back down to comparing.
I don't know. I'm excited. I feel like it's appropriate because Cowboys are going to be at the Super Bowl and Rihanna's going to be performing.
Period.
So it all makes sense.
So it's 2023 and it's the start of the year. You know what I mean? And so I think, at the end of the year we reflected, but this is also a good time to reflect too. So seeing how far we've grown and how much we're able to do y'all ever look back and tell your younger selves? I want to have like a conversation to your younger self, maybe even just either to encourage or discourage yourself from doing certain things, like in regards to either love, career, life, like even just like, girl, don't spend 2 hours watching that movie show. It's going to be terrible. Save your time.
Girl,
So if you can go back and maybe talk to your younger self, like say like even like 15, 20 about love, what would you tell yourself?
I would, for me
Love?
personally,
Yeah,
for everything in general, I would have just said like, listen to your mom.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's
that goes a long
facts.
way.
That's really all
That
I
goes
would
a
have like.
long way.
If that was all my advice for my younger self, like if I could have listened to everything my mom was telling me from the beginning, and actually like followed by that, I don't know. Maybe my life would have been a little bit different. At the same time, maybe I wouldn't be where I'm at without like going through the struggles that I did go through. But yeah, my mom was literally right about everything.
It's crazy that you say that, because I literally have been thinking a lot lately, like, dang, like a lot of the advice I was given, I should have took it. And I took it as a grain of salt. And so I be thinking in my head, like, things that I want to tell my little cousins. And I want to be like, bro, like, I know you don't want to hear this, and I know you're thinking, whatever. But listen to me. I wish I would have really listened to the advice that came before me. And it's crazy to think that now. And it's just like, what if everybody before us has that same feeling? Like, I think and this is what life has become. Like, everyone's wishing they listened to the people before them. And it's like, I want to get to somebody and say, please, just listen, please. Like, if you do anything.
I know everyone is telling you this, but no, take this.
Like, take this one. Like, listen to me. Like,
Literally.
you know, and I feel like, you know, the crazy part is, I think it's because we're so young and we're looking at like this like adult figure, and you're thinking like, how can they compare? Like, how can they relate to me? You know, like we have this huge age gap. How can you, like, the things you're telling me, how can that relate to my life? But they're saying that because they went through that. You know, like they've gone through all these steps that you've already gone through, especially it being your mom to us as women. Like she's gone through the exact same things. So yeah, that would be my advice to my younger self. Listen to your elders and your parents.
Same.
I think for me, if I can give myself one advice, and the thing is, I've heard this growing up so much, and like now I'm starting to notice it. It's just do it scared. And I've always heard people say do it scared. I never really understood, like, what does that really mean? But when I think back at the things that I most enjoy, the things that I've benefited the most from, are the things that scare the shit out of me. Those are the things that I've benefited so much from. It's just like, even as far as goals, or even just as far as like personal experiences, or as far as like things that you want to do, like even like hiking or things that just sound so overwhelming. It's like, there's no way I could possibly achieve this. Like, and it just scares you, put so much fear in your heart. Like, those are the things that like make you afraid are the things that you should be leaning towards, you know,
and trying to do,
you know, and the things that make you comfortable are the things you should be shying away from. Like, anything that overwhelms you, that's the shit you should be doing.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Honestly, one thing I probably would have told myself, you should have like fought harder to like take more control over like what school and what you wanted to do, instead of like, you know, letting like your friends and like sometimes your parents influence you. Like, you really should have kind of did what would have been great for you and like the moment you were in at that time. So that's what I would tell my younger self. But honestly, I enjoyed my college experience, but that's something I would change. Definitely.
I think I definitely agree with Paulette. Like, I don't know about love in particular, but like just something I would have told my younger self was basically lean into yourself. Like, you know, just lean into yourself and not into the world. Because there has been a lot of situations where I'm like listening to like, you know, what other people want you to do and what other people feel like is best for you. And it's like, if I really just would have been paying attention to like who I really am, what I really, you know, what really makes sense for me, like, I think that a lot of direction would have changed for me.
Absolutely.
And I wish I would have leaned and tapped into that. You know, I'm almost 30 now, so it's just like, damn, it's not that it's too late, but it's just like, if I would have tapped into this like a whole lot earlier, then I think life would be a little bit different for me.
Definitely. Same.
I definitely agree with what Nikki said and what you said, Michelle, especially like that TikTok sound when it's like your fear of looking stupid is holding you back.
Yep.
When I say that sound like, bruh, resonates, just do what y'all want to do.
Definitely.
Honestly.
Fuck it, we ball. YOLO was the best thing that ever happened to us, and we didn't take it serious. We used YOLO the wrong way. We used YOLO the wrong way. We was like, YOLO, take a shot. No, bro, no.
Only live once.
That's not it.
It literally was like put on like turn up. Like, no, it should have been on your goals. Like,
facts. Just living life.
Right. A mess.
Okay, so y'all talked about advice that y'all wish y'all had taken. Can you think of like a specific thing? Like,
men only want you for your body.
Literally.
It is what it is.
Mine is a basic one, but I think like when they said like focus on school, not on men, I think that's very true, because I think like my younger self, like there's a lot of avenues that I didn't pursue after undergrad because I was focused on love, and it's like you're never too old to do what you want to do, you know what I mean? But it's like I missed out on an opportunity because I was banking on this, and it's just like, where's that person now? You know? So it's like I should listen to the advice.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. But you know what the crazy part is? I almost feel like it's a little bit of a balance, because I feel like my mom was very heavy on like school. She was like, focus on school. But I feel like maybe I should have focused on men a little bit earlier at the same time.
Should have got that MRA.
Yeah, because I feel like people are so true. Like, when the older you get so like
jaded.
I don't want to say jaded, but you just get so stuck on like what you want,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and there's certain things that you literally will not bend on. Whereas
Yeah.
I feel like when you were a little bit younger, you could not fold, but you could like, you could
Adjust.
bend and adjust to certain things that
Definitely.
you might not be able to adjust to when you're older.
Yeah.
And you
No,
could
that's
have
true.
grown with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel like I should maybe focus on men, like being serious and like finding like an actual partner in life a little bit earlier than what I actually did. Because maybe I wouldn't have, maybe I would have been with somebody way earlier than what I am now.
But I feel like I've definitely had a conversation with several of y'all on this podcast. I don't think it's been on air, but I also think, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I look at a lot of people who are close to our age, and then you look at the generation below them, a lot of people in our generation are not necessarily married.
Yeah.
And when you look at the generation below us, they are married with children. And I feel like that has a lot to say with like how a lot of us women were raised during that period to be independent, to go to school. And I think there's a reason why, like, I know people who are like 23, 24, married with children. And it's just like, I know a lot of people who are around my same age who are not. And I think like that has more to do with like how we were raised at that point in time.
Yeah, no,
But
I
I
agree.
feel
For
like
sure.
too, and you're right, because I think like would they be called Gen Z, I guess, or the generation a little bit behind
Gen
us
Z.
a little bit. Okay. They really didn't listen to what our parents was telling us. Like they were like, okay, I feel you face my studies, but I'm gonna still try to find my partner too. Like I'm not about to sit here, because they're watching people ahead of them like they did that and they're still single or they're still not. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they saw us and they're like, okay, I know what to do now. That's gonna balance everything out. So that's what they did different from us, and I kind of respect them for that. Honestly, like I think that's so cool. Like y'all really took matters into your own hand, and I have to respect you for that. 'Cause I feel like our generation, we really like allowed our parents to really control everything until we were really out of their reach, literally.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I would.
But they meant well though. They did a great job, We're
What they say, we
responsible
should have been in school looking for our Mrs. degree.
Yeah,
We should have been in the
literally.
business
Facts.
building. We should have been in the
Engineering building.
No
Yeah.
hanging out, having
No,
kickbacks over there.
Should have joined
I
the
mean,
Women of Honor.
Literally.
it's hard to meet them
Literally.
now.
Not
Computer
women of honor.
science tech,
'Cause now-
degrees people.
Because now
JK,
jaded
JK.
and we're all.
Listen, I'm not jaded.
I'm not jaded.
I'm really
I'm just
not
saying,
jaded.
like we now have experience on our belt, so it's like we
It's
know too
different,
much.
yeah.
Both sexes know too much.
Yeah.
And not even just that, like sex was such. I really should have listened about sex. I'm not even gonna
Me
lie to you.
too.
Like, sex really isn't all that. Whatever, y'all can come for me, whatever the case may be.
At a younger age.
At a younger age, like it wasn't really what it was cut
Important.
out to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It wasn't
and
important
then
at
I
all.
feel like sex like clouded my judgment on so many
Definitely.
things, and clouded my judgment on so many people that I could have avoided a lot of situations.
Definitely.
If I had not been fast.
Oh my God, I didn't see that coming.
Don't call yourself
'Cause I remember my mom used
fast.
to always tell me, keep yourself, save yourself until you meet that one person, like in marriage. I'm like,
Because if you,
marriage, but it's like the way they're talking, they're seeing it for like 4 years from now. No, they
Yeah.
didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for
And
that
I'm not-
moment, they gave that advice, but
and when I say this, I'm not speaking
Realistic
to me
now.
directly because y'all love to just apply. But if you remove like sex from the equation from guys that
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
dated, like, do you even really like them at that point? You know what I
Nope.
mean? So it's like when you really remove that off the table, for some people it can create like a false sense of like closeness or like really like. But when you take that away, like, what did they offer you?
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if we're
And
talking
that's
about
crazy.
honestly, it just ties into love and just like in general. I wish I could tell my younger self not to be so naive, just because like I feel like I've given like a lot of people like I feel like everybody's just a great person. Like I never feel like nobody's doing me wrong. I never feel like nobody's doing dirty. Even friends, like I never feel like I'm like, oh, they didn't mean it like that. Like it's always been that way for me. But I'm like, nah, there's some fucked up people in this world, bro. There's some
Absolutely.
fucked up people, and it's like now when I hear about like the things that people do, it surprises me when it's just like if I really have prepared myself to be like, okay, you know what? There's evil people in this world since I was younger, then it wouldn't really shock me. And that's
The
why I'm
shit
like,
people do.
yeah, but the shit people do, it like throws me for a loop. Like I be like, there's no way. Like this is your friend. Like this is crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I just wish that I just wasn't so naive. Like I bit like, yeah, tell myself,
Yeah,
don't be
because
so
I
naive.
agree. Because I used to think when I talked to my mom about a certain person, and she'd be like, "That's not
It's
your
not
friend."
your friend.
And I'd be like, "Dang, like why are you so harsh? Like that is my friend. Like that's my
Yeah.
girl." Da 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 da.
Parents always
And
know.
it's
I
like,
know.
but that wasn't your friend. That really
Yeah.
wasn't your friend, you know? And I feel like parents just have this type of discernment. And I pray that one day I'm able to have that type of
same
discernment. But they just know. They know when it comes to men. They know when it comes to friends. They know when it comes to like life like ventures, avenues that you want to go down. But
True. I will say old self with advice with friendship, that feeling you had in your mind, you should have followed it. And what would have came like years later wouldn't have affected you. You should have really just followed your intuition then.
I agree.
So do y'all feel like adulthood is everything is really cut out to be?
It's ghetto.
No, it's fucking
Nothing filled with nothing but bills and drama.
basically.
I did used to feel like the people was just talking when they kept saying your 30s is so lit. You just got more money. I now that I'm on this side, it is living more money. I will say that. I didn't believe y'all, but some few things in this upper age could still be fixed. But it is lit, so I'll say that.
Yeah, I no, I can agree. I think that 30 and up is like really nice. But in my 20s, being an adult in that age, I feel like it wasn't what it was cut out to be. It was just like I felt like I was just paying bills, like paying bills and just trying to figure stuff out. But I probably should have listened a little bit more. My mom told me like, don't grow up so fast, you know. But I felt like whenever I was younger, I wanted so much independence. I wanted to do so many things by myself. I wanted to be able to say like, yeah, I did this for myself. And it's like, no, like I want a soft life, and my parents were giving me a soft life, and I was trying to go for a hard life. Why? Like, why was I so hard headed?
No, you know what's so crazy? I remember, I forgot what job I was working. I was like 19 at the time, and then I had called somebody. Somebody called me, and I talk really fast, or I used to talk really fast. I don't talk as fast anymore, but I remember I said something. She was like, "I can't understand. Can you please start over?" And I said it again. She was like, you need to learn to slow down. Life already goes so fast. So one day you're going to wake up and it's all going to pass you by because you're going so fast. And I was like, lady, if you don't get to your point, you know what I mean? But afterwards,
There's
like
a
that,
point.
no, it resonated with me so much. I was like, dang, because I realized that like I not only do I talk fast, I feel like I do everything so fast. Like my mind moves so fast. Like by the time I've even thought about something, I've already left the place. I'm thinking like, dang, I forgot this, that. And I'm just like so impatient. I just learned lately, just slow shit down. Because the quickest way to like slow time down is to slow down yourself. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes like I move so fast and I think so fast that before I know it, like I blink and like a week has passed. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I didn't even like take the time to enjoy any experience because I'm already like mentally on to the next. So that's one thing that I realized, like, in life, you really have to slow down or shit will pass you by.
And to like go off of that, I was reading a blog and it was saying like, I think it was like 20 things to do to enjoy life more. And crazy enough, one of the things on there was to eat slower. Because they said that like in our culture, we're so quick to just like eat a meal. Like we're eating it just to fill our bodies. But you're not actually like tasting any of the flavors. You're not actually like enjoying any of the food. So you're not actually able to enjoy the meal. So they were saying like really take your time and eat. And they said slow down.
No, I can see that. I saw something similar where it was like the if you want to slow time down, learn something new. And I was like, low key, because when you learn something new, it feels like, damn, like you've been practicing for 30 minutes. It feels like it's been 2 hours. So I'm like, low key, I need to start like finding a way to slow this time down because it was just 2020. Just 2020.
Okay, now that you're older, like, do y'all think like there's anything like the younger you will be proud of or disappointed in? Now that you're older,
yeah, don't got no kids. But actually, would I be disappointed?
I
got 2 dogs.
Got 2 dogs.
I can't believe. I actually still can't believe you have 2 dogs.
Me
when you
either.
got a second one, I was just like,
I got finesse.
Yeah, I knew, but I knew that was
you
gonna
got
happen. I was like,
finesse.
yeah,
You
girl,
definitely got
gonna be
finesse.
your
Yeah.
dog.
I got finesse.
I think the younger me would be very proud that like I'm finally like in an area that kind of like aligns with like my personality and who I was. Like I won't forget like in senior year there was a talent show. Y'all, I used to, like I said, I sing. I like to sing for fun. And like one of my friends was like, you should sign up for the senior talent show. I was like, oh sure. One thing about me, I have stage fright. And that day, like I literally sang and like it just felt like it was just me and nobody was out there. And I realized like, dang, like I'm meant to be in front of people and like entertaining them, right? And so now that like I'm older, I feel like the younger me would be so happy and proud that like, dang, like you're actually doing what you're good at and like you're really good at it and you like it. So I think that's something like the younger me would be proud of. And I'm even older me's proud of me too. So
That's good.
for me, some of the my younger me will be a little bit disappointed in the fact of how I've been finessed by some of these men. How I have been finessed. The younger me would not have put up with like half of the BS that like I actually have in my past. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to like bring back, the younger me.
Savage.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
came
what
in
it
here
was.
with an AKA. Shit.
With the
At the beginning.
oh,
An alias,
yeah.
an alias,
Oh, my
an
bad.
alias.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, what?
My bad.
Girl, hold on.
It's like,
My bad.
But yeah, so because I'm not gonna lie, it took me one time whenever I was younger. I loaned some money to a friend, and I never got that money back. And from that day on, like my younger self was like, I'm not doing shit for nobody.
Damn, you never got that back?
Never,
Mm.
dang.
never.
Mm.
So from that day on, I was like, I'm not doing shit for nobody. So I really had a mentality, probably until I was like 24, 25, that I'm not doing shit for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't loan things. I don't extend myself. But then I don't know if I just became like a simp from like 24 to 30. But like there was a lot of things that I was doing that just were crazy. So I think coming into 30, I'm going back to my mentality of like 18 to 24.
You ain't got it.
Yeah, low key.
Hashtag I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Be able to
My-
shake and hop back into shit.
I
real
can't
quick.
really say like, would I be sad or disappointed or happy about? No. I just feel like I learned things along the way. I guess not even that I learned anything along the way. I think if I could think of anything, it would be just like, dang, like don't be so rigid on what you like. I felt like I had a clear picture of what my future is going to look like, and it doesn't look like that now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And so it's kind of just like, I hate that I was so like, this is what it has to look like. Because I feel like it took me a long time once that moment passed to like be okay that that's not what my future was going to look like. You know what I mean? So I think for me, it was like just understanding like life's going to go whatever way it's got to go. And
I feel that.
it is what it is.
You know, it's so crazy because I feel like even with you, Jori, I feel like I really have like seen you evolve over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that you've taken a lot of like your like the things that make you you, and you've made it to where like it's a positive in your life. Like, I've never had anyone that like, even when you say like you had a clear vision for like how your life was gonna be, but I feel like you turn that into like you're the most organized person I know. You know, like you're the most like
okay.
well thought
Mhm.
out person I know. So it's like I feel like you've taken that and still like turned it into like something good. So
Thanks. Love to hear it. 'Cause letting them old dreams go. It took a while. So you got to be ready
Girl.
to close the door.
yeah.
No, it's cool. God gonna come through and double it.
Okay.
Period. Like I said, from your lips to God's ears. Okay.
Period.
Look, that part.
Period.
Also,
So-
too, like, I guess, like, I would tell my younger self to enjoy, like, your loved ones as much as you can, because one day they're not going to be here. And so that's one thing I would tell my younger self, like, take advantage of those moments and just, like, you know, be present, be there, because one day they're not going to be able to be there or be present. So,
Yeah. That's
And even when you say that, though, it's crazy because I've always heard people say this all the time.
Mhm.
Like, when you think about your last moment with somebody
Mhm.
and you think, like, dang, like, I could have said so much more. And I've
Yeah.
never felt like what that felt like until, like, my grandpa passed recently.
Mhm.
And I just kept thinking in my head, like, I wish I would have said this one more thing, you
Yeah.
know? Until you get in that moment, like, when I think about, like, fights and stuff like that with people, like, that shit did not be worth it. Like,
Yeah.
for real. And it's just like, however you feel, whatever you want to say to somebody, just say it. Because people say it all the time, like, so you just never know. You literally never know.
yeah.
So,
Because, like, even, like, for example, like, people, like, I'm close to, like, if we have a disagreement, like, I'm not going to let, like, days and stuff. Like, it's just, like,
Mhm.
look. Because, like, for y'all, you know, the next minute you blink, something's wrong. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just, like, it's unfortunate. I hate that, like, loss has to teach. Losing something or someone has to teach you that. But I'm glad I learned that. Because moving forward, like, I will never let my last moments with people be negative or anything. I always try to turn it around and make it a positive.
I was just recently having this conversation with somebody, and I was saying like, now that I'm 30, there's certain things I can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, like I probably should have tried that drug. You know, when I was younger, because
No
I can't
facts,
do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like at 30, I can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Why not?
So I just feel like,
too old, child.
yeah, I feel like
My eggs can't handle that.
my like my margin of error is a lot
Mhm.
higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so it's just not there anymore. But do y'all feel like there is anything that you wish you had done
Like
before?
a drug?
No, just anything
Okay.
in life.
There's some stuff that I wish I would have done when I was younger, but
Mhm.
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
No, there's definitely some things on my bucket list. I'm like, I got shit to lose.
Do we
It's
not
up.
just say life is short? Listen.
Nah, I'm gonna do
short
them
for-
things.
Too short for regrets. That's
So
for
what
sure.
are those things?
Mm. The feds.
Not crickets.
Mm. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, what's crazy is, speaking of drugs, at one point, and I don't give a fuck who watching. I did think Molly did seem interesting. It did. But you know why I'm glad I waited? Because once I saw what Molly entailed, I said, the type of mind and paranoia is set up here, there's no way I could take a drug where every time I take a sip of water, it restarts. I was like, when I heard that, I said, I'm glad I waited to find the information. Because
I didn't know that.
imagine
Right?
just
That's new
rolling, and every time you think you're coming down, you take some water, it restarts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No,
like-
no, no.
That's new.
Speaking of not knowing, is there anything that you thought like when you were younger that just was not true, or just like any kind of myth that you kind of believed that, like, you know?
Oh, like noise attracts thunder. My parents finessed us with that. Oh my god!
Really?
I feel like that birthed it, because I used to be scared of thunderstorms. We used to always yell. My mom was like, "It's because it's the noise that attracts thunder, so you guys need to be quiet." I didn't learn until I was like 15.
Smart
It's
move.
Such a lie.
Good job.
No, it wasn't. It
trying to
birthed
think.
anxiety.
Well, okay, for example, I did not know for a minute that like I didn't know where babies came from. Like as far as like I knew how they were made, but I didn't. When I found out that they came through your vaginal canal, I was flabbergasted. I was floored. I thought they were
Really?
stomach all the time until I was like probably 5th or 6th grade. Yeah, like I did not know that until like my aunt, she had came to have her baby, so she was staying with us for a while, and then she told me, and I was like, wait, what? I was floored. I was just like, so you're this little itty bitty hole? Oh my gosh, a human? Oh god.
I would say for me, okay, y'all. Oh my gosh, can't even say this. I have this like pretty crazy aunt, all right, and she would say like some of the most off the wall shit. And so, one of my first boyfriends, he was white, and she would always tell me, she'd be like, "Now, don't let him talk you into all that oral stuff," because she was like, white men, that's what they like. They love for you to go down on them. They want to go down on you. And I was just like, what? So it's like only like a white people thing? I didn't know. Girl, that's not just a white people thing. What I have found out. Like
Now you have to learn the hard way.
that isn't
Or the easy
everybody
way.
thing. But yeah, so for the longest time, I literally thought like, I don't know. I just thought like white people were super freaky, like you weren't supposed to do these certain things. But it's like that's everybody.
So, question: since you
there's some
I
truth
mean,
to that.
and I don't want to. Spider, don't judge me for this question, but I have to ask. I mean, is it a myth where they say like?
They're pink. Or
I mean,
what?
well, that's a good question. I was gonna ask that. Is it pink?
You didn't ask about size.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I was
pink.
gonna ask about size. I was gonna ask
So,
about size.
In my
That's
circumstance,
funny.
No, it's probably like, now why am I in this?
He's like, leave me out of it.
in my circumstance, that was actually like one of the bigger ones I've had.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and I've been hearing the contrary. That's why I'm like, I feel like they did that to try to eliminate the competition, because they knew. If we knew, it wasn't, y'all didn't stand a chance.
I mean, but that's why they be saying they come to this side, so I'm confused.
where you say what?
That's what. Dang, y'all want me say? That's why they be saying the white girls be trying to come to the black men for the dick. So if it's really good over there, then why they coming?
I'm not gonna. I don't know. Like I said, I was younger, so of course, like all that wasn't going on. But from what I saw, it was big. It was really big, actually.
That was a long time ago, though.
But
That was a really long time ago. So you know what? You're right. I don't know. Maybe in comparison, maybe I need to line everybody up.
Well, it's not even
And
just
just,
that,
like,
but I
Not
think
line of dicks up.
I don't think you have to do that. I just think like that's what you think in that moment. And if you've ever doubled back before, you realize no, it's not what you really. At least for me, I've doubled back before, and I was like, dang,
It's
like I
not
thought
what
it
I
was
think
this,
it-
and
yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
But
at that
honestly,
But no,
point.
it really was big.
It's bigger
Like,
always
I'm
better.
like it really was big.
It's bigger always better. I want to have this conversation because I remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to me it is.
It is.
You think okay? But
Yeah.
let
It
me
actually
not.
is.
Okay, let me not say it's bigger better because clearly.
Cause
But it's
Yeah,
biggest
it's
better. I guess that's the question.
Yeah.
yeah,
Biggest.
I don't want the biggest.
Like,
I don't
you
want
the
like
biggest.
I
dick
don't
in
want
the
a
room?
foot. I don't want like a 12-inch penis, but I do need something that's like sizable. It needs to make sense. Like,
No.
if I'm gonna do something, it needs to make sense.
Okay. So if you in a room all dicks out, do you want the biggest or do you want the medium?
Oh, dicks out. What's going on?
I mean, it's just a question because
I want like
a
appropriate size.
Because what you're asking is
Yeah,
like it doesn't have to be the big. As long as you have to be
needs to
in
be-
the middle.
yeah.
Like you cannot.
And I don't
Right.
want in the middle. I want like above average. I'm not
She
gonna lie
wants
to you.
the biggest.
No,
I
I say the biggest.
I really do want like above average. Medium for
Thick
me
in the
is just
store.
it's just not it.
It's not,
Like,
and it's sad.
you know,
It's
I'm
thick in the
like
store.
you know I'm
There for
thicker,
somebody.
so like you gotta.
So size matters. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
does. I don't
size
care what
does
anybody
Is
matter.
that
says.
the
It
motion in
matters.
the ocean?
No.
Sorry, guys.
No.
It's the size. Like I.
Mm-mm.
Never mind.
And if anybody hops up and says differently,
then that's on y'all. That's fine. But
And honestly, y'all, okay, let me be real. The reason why I think size matters only because like, so when I lost my virginity, right, that person was a ruler. Not gonna lie to y'all, okay? Yeah. So then I waited 2 years, right, because I was scarred.
We
That
get
I-
demonetized. No, keep going.
oh, really? I said a ruler.
No, I'm just kidding.
And so I came back 2 years later because I was scarred for life. Because I was like, this is not how I heard my girlfriends talk about this experience. Like, this is crazy. But then when I actually got to experience it, now that I'm experienced, I was like, dang, like I can't be with anyone that's like little. Like, it's just not enjoyable. But so they have to be huge.
not
Damn,
huge.
not
So that's where we wrapped up
Yeah,
at.
they have to be huge.
I'm dead.
that's why girth matters. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill.
It all
Oh, yeah.
matters.
I think everything
Yes.
matters.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
know.
gonna
I
lie,
think
like,
everything matters, but I definitely
Everything matters.
the only way like. I do agree. For me, everything matters. But I do feel like if you're not gonna have length, then I feel like girth plays a very fucking big role in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, it does.
Because some people don't have either.
Exactly.
It's like, damn.
What if he actually? This is going left.
Mm.
Because I was finna ask a question y'all was all gonna say no to, so it doesn't.
What was it? Hey, you never know.
No, y'all was gonna say no.
Okay, look, let me ask y'all to really back into the topic, unless y'all would continue with the dicks. No? Okay. How much of your childhood do you feel like affects the person that you are today?
I think it completely affects who you are. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna lie to you. I
sure.
think
Yeah.
it's all about how you were raised and
Yeah.
the different situations that you went through. I see it in my friends, or not friends, or people I know, and people that I went to school with. I know how some people's childhoods were, and they
Mhm.
weren't the best, and I see how like
Yeah.
it has thrown them off in their adulthood. You know, whereas I see like people that had like maybe like a little bit more guidance growing up, and how like they kind of have like gone. I don't want to say the right path, but like
Yeah.
the ideal path, like they went to college, they're they have good jobs now,
Mhm.
that type of thing. So yeah, I think it plays
Yeah,
like
it
at
does.
least like 90%
Absolutely.
of a part of who you are today as an adult.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm for me, for whatever reason, I'm like just now realizing what exactly in my childhood has kind of played a role into
Mhm.
like, why I am the way I am. Like, and I say that like, not to say that I had like a troubled upbringing or whatever, but I just feel like I am a true middle child, and I didn't realize like how much of like that, and it's like people say it's like a stigma, but it really is a thing. Being a middle child
Mhm.
really is a thing, especially for me it is. So I realized like damn, like a lot of this kind of affects the way I am today because like I don't know, like not to say that I didn't get enough attention, but I do feel like by the time my mom got to her third kid, it kind of just was like, bruh, been here, done
Yeah.
that type shit, whatever.
Mhm.
And so now I'm just like, it's like I'm just now realizing like, damn, like maybe if, she would have leaned in a little bit more, because even right after me, she had twins. So it just was like, I really was just like, all right, keep it moving type
Mhm.
shit. Like she really was like, okay, you good on your own, which I really have been. But I think even now, just looking back, like my siblings, they even treat me like, oh, you're always good, which I am always good. But I told them like, damn, how about the times that I'm not? You know what I mean? Like, how
Yeah.
about the times that I'm not? Like they always like, Crystal, you always land on your feet. Like you're always okay. Like you always figure it out, which I do. But again, I'm like, damn, what about the times that I'm not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like y'all, like it's always like they have this picture of me, and that's how my parents treat me too. Like they're all like, oh, we're not worried about Crystal. Like she, and granted, they don't really have a reason to worry. But I think that because I have this whole like, oh, she's gonna be okay. She's always like, they always think that I'm okay, and realistically, as a woman, I'm not always okay. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I do fall on my, like I don't land on my feet all the time. And so I'm like, I think it ties in with me being a middle child, a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I had this conversation recently, like with people, and I said the exact same thing. I feel like because like I'm so independent, that comes a lot from being a middle child because you didn't have the same attention as the oldest or the same attention as the youngest. So you just kind of lived life. You know what I'm saying? Like you just did what you had to do. And I feel like that now plays a part in why people like may not check up on you or like even like not even check up on you, but like ask you certain questions like, are you okay? Like, is there anything you need help with?
Yeah.
So I agree 150%. I think it has a lot to do with being a middle child.
Yeah. And even the oldest has a different, even
Or,
the
like,
first
being
girl.
a older
I feel like everyone has a struggle.
Like the only girl of the household is like, you're like the second mom.
Yeah.
And like, that's something too, like, I feel like too, like I can relate to what you're saying. You're like, dang, like always feeling like you're having to like care for someone. You know what I'm saying? Like the team is on you. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that is something I'm learning to balance.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you have to. Can't come and kill yourself, But yeah, that's something I do like struggle with balancing sometimes. But we move.
I want to ask one last question. Okay. So if someone was to invite you to come and speak in front of a class of 5th graders, what would you say to them?
Oh man, that's such a precious age too.
I
It's just
know.
like, damn, like that's really when shit was like the boys really started coming around, and I think that's when you start getting your period. Like that's when you really start becoming like, you start growing body parts and everything, and it's just like, damn, like shit, it's such a tender age. Like I don't know, like I honestly, especially if it was girls, like I would just tell them like, listen, girls, it gets better. It gets better. Like this is not the end because heartbreaks as a kid is different. Heartbreaks when I was telling you, I thought it was the end of the world. Like I thought I was in love with every boy I talked to, and like that was gonna be my husband and everything. But like honestly, it gets better, and it gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
But it gets better. It gets better. I think I
Like,
would definitely tell them like,
hey class, hey guys, y'all all look so cute. Ladies, girls in the room, we are the best. Boys are really from Mars. Follow your heart. You'll be that doctor. You'll be that football player. Keep
That
it
makes
going.
you
Middle
sound
school
like
is going
a-
to be so much fun. Then high school just gets better than college. You get to leave your parents. Yeah, something to look forward to, guys. Enjoy the ride.
That does sound like exactly
No,
like something you
that
said.
sounds like something I would have loved to hear. Oh my gosh, we look forward to.
So because the way they gave it to us, it's just boring. Like, more school.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. Like, they
More
did not
school.
make college out to be like what it
fun,
was.
like,
I thought college was just gonna be like an encyclopedia, just boring. But college was so
I thought it was gonna be like
lit.
Boy Meets World.
But I think it's the same way. I feel like depending on like where you go to school, like because when
Yeah.
I was talking to like a younger cousin who's like still in high school, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just so like high school. She's taking all these AP classes, and she's like, I don't even want to go to college." And I was like, "Listen to me. You're in all AP classes. You have over a 4-point GPA. I'm like, college is going to be so easy to you. You can pick your own schedule. You have I'm literally trying to tell her, like, it's not as hard as people make it seem. It's actually going to be fun. But like the way they're pushing it to certain kids, and I guess what you see or whatever you do see on social media, not like that. Like, she's so overwhelmed. She doesn't want to go. And I'm like, girl, it's so
different
easy
now. Like, like tests are proctored now. Like, it's so crazy. Like, there's not really room for cheating anymore. Like,
I mean, were you cheating your freshman year? Freshman year, we took basic classes, like English, math, like stuff. I didn't cheat my freshman year. I took easy stuff in my freshman year. I don't feel like I started cheating.
well, I
until
didn't
got
really
towards
have
the
a,
end.
I didn't have a
No,
freshman year
no.
technically, but
I actually did have to cheat my statistics class with my homegirl because like our teacher was unnecessarily hard. Like,
I mean, but that's always
had-
been the motto:
yeah,
cheat or
but
repeat. There's so
girl.
many ways.
Not
There's
us
so
many
promoting.
ways.
No, I mean,
cheating in
hey,
college.
look.
And someone just
Them
went
classes are
to
expensive.
prison.
For what?
Who went to prison?
she said them classes were like prison.
No,
It's
someone just went to prison
For what?
Oh.
Cheating?
for lying about like their entrance exams. What's her name? You
Oh,
know.
that's different.
Like, how'd she lie? Like, did she falsify something?
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
I feel like that's
different.
like, but once you're
What's
in
the
the
difference between
program,
falsifying and
No.
cheating?
I
A
mean,
lot. I'm cheating to pass a grade.
No,
you're
serious.
And you really make the
falsifying
grade.
records.
You
You actually-
falsified your answers.
Girl,
Yeah, there was
know.
real
You know,
answers though.
They're real answers.
Nikki
Yeah.
sitting up here like we wasn't cheating in statistics. Girl,
Show
pipe that.
was.
Clearly, the difference is the
was.
consequence. Because
Yeah.
the prison time is aggressive.
Yeah, if I was gonna go to prison, I would not cheat.
But
I'd take
now,
every.
speaking of, and I'm gonna
Right.
take this completely left. I just feel like, speaking of prison, white people and black people, we really live like really different lives, especially when it comes to like the judicial system. Because I watched the Bling Ring documentary, and the first 10 minutes I was kind of confused. So I'm like,
Yeah.
why do y'all look so young? Like I could ask the person I watched it, I was like, they look really young. Like
the bling ring. What's
yeah.
that?
So the Bling Ring are the people they robbed
were
Paris
robbing-
Hilton.
yeah, they were
Orlando
robbing-
Oh, I
Bloom.
watched that. Yes, they were
Really?
young as fuck robbing out in people's.
They like $2 million with the jewelry, like,
and they're
clean
free
people out.
today.
And I was watching,
They
I
are
was
free
like,
today.
this man.
Isn't there a movie about that?
Yes,
It's a Netflix.
it's a
Yeah,
movie.
it's on
What's it
Netflix.
called?
The
Bling Ring. I don't know.
Oh, was that
It's
an older?
good.
There's another
good.
movie, right?
No,
about that?
No, that one just came out recently.
Okay, so they robbed people when they were like 18. They based the movie off of their
Burglarized,
life.
yeah.
They only got like spoiler alert. So if you don't, you can just this the outro anyway. If you don't want to watch it,
It's sort of a
Okay, come back.
documentary, so it's
But
not
yeah.
even a spoiler. But,
it's actual movie. So at the end, they end up getting I think 30 days, y'all. 30
prison?
days in prison
Yep.
That's
for
it?
taking millions in dollars of
Millions.
jewels, clothes, breaking and everything. 10
Mind
felony
you-
counts up.
That
Like-
Mind you, they became popular. Like
Very
they
popular.
became popular. So like I forgot what the guy's
He
name
was on
is.
Good
but
Morning America.
People were mocking. Like
You
I
are
think he had like a
lying.
Halloween costume. Like people
Yeah.
were trying to be him. Like he became.
They were like,
Only-
they were
They
on
got
it.
a reality show.
But
Yeah.
the only reason why I have to agree with you there, because like even I had a situation where one of my friends from high school, she was involved in some little cheese ring in Flower
Oh, yeah, a
Mound.
heroin.
Nothing.
ring. Nothing. She's out.
Nothing.
She never went to jail.
Nothing.
A heroin.
Follow up
ring
with me after.
in
Yeah.
high school?
Heroin and guns.
I'm like, for the cheese or for the scoop?
Thank y'all said. I'm like, which
The
one?
scoop.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But I always imagine like if they were
No.
like it would have been
Black.
different.
When I tell you I was watching this, I was like, something's not making sense. I said, are these the real people or are they actors? Because when I tell you these people look
Look
young,
young.
I'm like, they should
But
still be in
that's
the
the same
system.
thing with
That's crazy.
old girl, the vegan girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
Anna
I'm
Delvey.
sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Anna
I-
Delvey.
I could,
No, not Anna Delvey. The other vegan, the
bad vegan or whatever.
the Bavi-
Oh, I saw
Oh
that.
yeah, I heard she wasn't selling me that store. I was like, girl.
It
But
never
they-
makes
but it sold in
sense.
court.
of course it did. 'Cause
Even
you know what? One
So
day
I
we
wanna
can
be
really talk about
free.
white women tears.
I'm like,
how
let us
powerful
really
they
let
are.
us snatch a purse, bro. That's 5
Man,
years
that's it.
Period.
Under the
That's
jail.
it.
I could, like, oh my god, that
Let me even write a paper on how I want to steal something. You want to prison behind that
Facts.
story,
let me
like
bump into Paris Hilton on the way home.
okay,
Aggravated assault, like
literally.
please.
Like,
Well,
oh my gosh, never mind.
before I wrap this up, like Dirk always says, everything we just said was a lie. He says more, but nothing we said here is true. I never cheated a day in my life. But
No, never.
because they said they can go back and revoke degrees.
Get the hell out of here.
I wish
I've been out of
Utsa
school how long? Get out of here. And Loki, you can have it. It's not paid for, obviously, so you can have that. hoe.
I'm dead.
We can do a little trade.
I'm dead.
Student loans for my listen.
No facts.
Even trade.
I'll
I'd be
take the
good. I'm
refunds.
great where I'm at now.
No,
So
hell yeah, I'll definitely
take
the
that
refund.
degree back.
We need
Shit.
it.
Man.
Cause y'all hear like they're about to start making it to where like they're not even paying attention to like bachelor's degrees anymore.
Why?
Because like it's
Because
just
of masters.
mhm.
But then
Now,
you
now
have
they're
to
really
bachelor's
gonna
to get a
now
master's.
it's really like okay masters like now a requirement is not bachelor's anymore. It's like anyone.
Oh, true.
So school was
Oh, wait.
school was pointless.
Oh, is that what that
school
means?
was pointless.
But it's been pointless.
But I
'cause
feel
there's
like
been
if y'all
experience
are
over
doing that,
degrees.
then y'all really need to forget them loans. Like
Listen.
so we all went to school to do what?
my,
The
my
competition's even.
Jesus paid the ultimate price. All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm dead.
Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode. We hope y'all enjoyed our first episode back of the new year. Only great things are on the way. Make sure you guys are tuned in with us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. I'm not going to lie. You might catch some exclusive shit on one platform that you don't see on the other. But anyways, this is your girl, Jori, signing out.
bye, y'all. It's been real. It's your girl Michelle, aka Just a Few Nasty. Toodles.
Bye, everyone, and welcome to 2023.
And it's your girl Paulette signing out. Holla.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
It's been real.